All right.
Hello and welcome to episode 99 for Schnozzcast on Saturday, November 14th, 2020. Thank you for joining us. This is Bob. To my left, Mr.
Nicholas Bader. Hello, everyone. To my left, across the little TV island there, is Mr. Cory Schnozzcast.
Oh, hey.
I thought you were going to say Mr. Handoff to him. No, was not to be.
I like our intro. What is that, turkey blood?
Yeah.
For Thanksgiving?
Leftover Joe Halloween blood?
That's the name of the caller.
Caro syrup. All right. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully everyone is doing well on this lovely, brisk Saturday evening. If you are new to the podcast, thank you for joining. Glad to have you. If you're in the room, put up your hand, say hi. We'll do the same. If you are... What? What?
You said we'll do the same, so I said,
Gentle comedy.
Yeah. If you are new to the podcast and want to listen to us in glorious stereo audio,
4K audio
in your car,
High fidelity.
or perhaps look, we're all going back into another fucking pandemic lockdown now, so you're gonna have to brave the unwashed masses at Kroger to get your groceries if you can find any. And while you're there, instead of wanting to kill every single person you come across, listen to the Schnozzcast. Bring your headphones. And you can subscribe to us on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts.
or you can just not have headphones and play it out loud, and people will stare at you because they'll have no clue what's going on.
Let's be clear. You're there to get groceries. Nothing should deter you from that task. Don't get your ass kicked out of Kroger because of the Schnozzcast.
And you might hear one of our picks of the week that may inspire a purchase.
That is true.
They're usually
Should we front end the pick of the week then?
No, they're usually towards the end of the episode, so just fast forward.
But they're going to be missing all that great content in between.
Yeah, they can listen to that after they get out of the grocery store.
Oh, so now you've got them like walking up and down, trying to push a cart and fast forwarding on the podcast and rewinding the podcast.
If they want,
come on now.
If they want amazing suggestions for things that they should buy.
Well, luckily, when we publish the episodes, we tell you exactly when during the podcast we get to every segment. So you could just do that.
Oh, which you can also do on YouTube now as well.
Yeah, thank you, Cory. So Cory gets some credit, which is well-deserved for figuring out how to make YouTube give you quick links in the page to go to that time slot, which we couldn't do before. No, we could have done had we known that it existed. But apparently it's relatively new.
It is a very new thing, so we're on top of it.
All right, well, we've effectively licked our balls as much as we possibly can.
Oh, so tasty.
Salty.
So you can also follow us on social media at Instagram at Schnozzcast. I'm going to switch it up here, Cory, and go over to YouTube. You can follow us on YouTube at Schnozzcast Space Podcast. And finally, on Facebook, if you are listening to us in the future and you did not catch us live on Facebook, you can go to Facebook and search for Schnozzcast at Schnozzcast 1. That's the number 1 on Facebook. Just a quick note too on the Facebook thing, because I'm trying to get it handled myself, because as a co-owner of the podcast, I don't get notifications when we go live, but I should be telling people how to do that.
Yes.
So when you go on Facebook and search for Schnozzcast 1 on Facebook, you can you'll see a big blue follow button. And when you click that button, there's a bunch of different stuff you can do for highlights or updates to your page when we post new stuff. Also, there's a videos link there too, where you can say, notify me when videos are available. And then you will make sure that when we go live like this, it'll send it to your phone and tell you that we are.
That is a must.
Absolutely.
Yeah, kind of cool. Shows up in your notifications. I'll be honest with you. When we first started all this, even being a member and a co-host, it wasn't showing up on mine. And there was a little trial and error. So for someone that is not, very technical, it might be a little intimidating, but it's really easy to do. And it's going to show up just like as if someone commented on your post or something. It'll show up right in your notifications. So that's all we're talking about.
That is all we're talking about.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Started this cast because of my great friends, and at this point, I'm still curious as to why I'm here.
We are too.
Everybody in the room is probably asking themselves the same thing. Cory, how was your week?
Ooh, mouthful of barnyard.
I'm like, I want to take a drink, so I'm going to ask Cory how his week went, just when he was spitting out his chew.
Yep.
That's what a true friend does.
Well, I can tell you what, I left my phone in an Uber. That was fucking fun.
Yeah, tell us about that, because you are not known as someone who takes Ubers or believes in Ubers or essentially being carted around by anyone else in an automobile.
No, I am not. And as a matter of fact, it did dawn on me that even though I took an Uber, this is the only time I've ever ordered one for myself. I mean, obviously we've been in Uber when we're in Toledo and all that, and you've ordered one. I've gladly taken it.
Sometimes I know you probably don't remember. We've had to put you in one to send you home. So
yeah, I don't recall that. So
no, it's
like putting a baby in a car seat.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't order it myself. So
brushed your forehead. Shh.
But yeah, Danielle was at work, and I had to go get my car in the morning. So it was either her drop me off at 7:30, and I just walk around like a homeless person in the area of the car shop until 10.
You had to go get your car or drop off your car?
Get my car.
Okay.
But then I'm like, I could just get an Uber. It wasn't far from the house at all. So I'm like, order an Uber. Guy shows up, got in the Uber. Ride was excellent. Very nice guy. Get there.
He was gentle.
Oh, he was very gentle. Okay. Soft hands.
Well, I see this is your first time. I noticed.
Why is he Muslim?
I noticed from your account.
Why is he Arabic?
Yeah, he's not Muslim. He's not Arabic either. That's Indian.
He was Indian
or Bengali.
Big shout out to
you. Gotta narrow down the.
Big shout out to Wahab. Actually, that's
Wahab.
That was his name. Yes.
Okay.
He drops me off. I get out, go in, pay for my car. They bring the car out front, and as I was. The lady working at the desk was being very nice. She's trying.
Can I just ask a question? Where in the scenario? Where was the Chase Bank? Was it on the right or the left?
It was about a mile and a half south on Gratiot.
Okay.
So she's talking. Oh yeah, well this and that's going on this week and blah blah blah. And I just went to go check my phone real quick, and I tapped my pocket, and I just looked at her and go, "Oh fuck," and ran out.
That was your exit strategy?
That was my exit.
Had you already concluded the transaction at that point?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Now,
so in her mind, she's all done. She just thought, well, that's just how he says goodbye. Yes. Fuck. And then Cory feet out the door.
Now, we all know that Cory doesn't run. But if there was ever a point in his life that he did, I would say that it's more than likely when he didn't have a cell phone.
But hold on, though. Where was he going to run to?
Doesn't matter.
No, he has to have a destination. If he knew that the phone was laying in the street within sight of the,
he probably didn't know. He probably wanted to run outside to see if it's like it fell out of his pocket.
You thought the guy would still be there?
No, I was hoping that Wahab was still going to be sitting there, like, oh hey man, look, you left your phone in the back.
Eating
of the
a sandwich, just chilling.
I don't know, being a nice guy that he saw my phone in the back of the car.
Oh, I'll just wait for him. I'm sure he'll come barreling out the door.
Well, yeah, as anyone would for their phone.
Because if he was that nice of a guy, wouldn't he have gotten out of the car and walked in there and said, "You forgot your phone"?
Not necessarily.
That was really horrible.
Oh, no, that's.
Well, you told me it was Bengali. I'm like, I had to pull it.
That's your Bengali.
But Wahab sounds almost like he would be Lebanese.
No, he said he was not Lebanese.
Oh, he's not. What was he?
He was Indian.
Oh, he was Indian. Okay, all right. Well, I was right on point.
So I go outside, and he's obviously not there. So I get in the car, fly home.
So he ran 3 steps to the door, 2 steps out, and that's when he stopped. So 5 steps total.
Completely exhausted.
It was more like
Spent.
7.
Spent.
But get home. go on the Find My iPhone app, and I can see it traveling around.
So you went home, so you wouldn't have to work?
No, I was already. This. I had a couple hours before work.
At what point
I did have to work.
Had I texted you yet?
You did.
And how did you get home?
My car.
Oh,
I
was picking up
his
my car.
Oh,
So
gotcha,
he had,
gotcha.
Right. I didn't know at the time what he was dropping off for picking up.
Okay. I'm like, dude, I can imagine Cory at work all day long without his cell phone, which was the case, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I'm watching my iPad, watching where my phone's at, on my laptop, trying to text Bob and FaceTime Danielle. I'm like, call my phone, keep calling it, and she's like, yeah, no one's answering, and so I can see it still driving around, but I'm like, well, I'm gonna go track the guy down. Only problem being, once I leave the house, I lose connectivity to Wi-Fi.
So
no.
it was at 1:15 that I tried to call you and you didn't pick up your phone, obviously, because you were sitting in the back of an Uber. And so I texted him. I'm like, hey, if you're driving to work right now, because I figured that about 1:15, he's probably driving to work, call me. And I get a text back from him. He doesn't call me, but he goes, keep calling my phone, please. I'm like, okay. And he's like, I left it in an Uber. I'm like, huh? You don't take Ubers.
Yeah, rather than just being like, hey, let me help my buddy out, and I'll just keep calling his phone because he asked me to. Bob's like, why were you in an Uber?
If I said,
I don't have fucking time to tell you the story right now, Bob.
If I said,
I didn't
keep
get
calling
any
my
text
phone,
messages.
please, I left it on a space shuttle, would you be like, oh man, I'll help my buddy get it off the space shuttle? Would you be like, wait, space shuttle?
I can hear about the space shuttle.
Cory and Uber sounds to me like anyone else in a space shuttle.
Yeah.
So I'm like, huh?
Who is this?
So he goes, keep calling my phone, please. I left it in an Uber. I'm trying to get the guy to pick up. So I go, did you call the Uber driver? He's like, I don't have my phone. I go, did you call from Danielle's phone? She isn't here. I go, what's the guy's number? He's like, I don't have it.
Oh my God.
And so I'm like totally confused now. I'm like, okay, he left his phone in an Uber, but he doesn't have the guy's phone, but I know he's got a MacBook and an iPad. So I go, Uber app should have a record of it. You can log in from your MacBook. He goes, dude, can you just log in to my Find My iPhone app and keep trying to get a hold of him? I have to leave and I won't have internet access.
Pretty hostile for someone that's asking you for a favor.
So
all you're doing is just asking questions, not trying to help.
No, that is helpful. So I go, how can I log in to your Find My iPhone? And you go, with my login on the app. And then nothing. Like I got nothing for like 30 minutes. And I go, are you going to give me a login or do you just want me to guess? And then like an hour later, he goes, hey, sorry, I had to leave the house. Didn't have a connection. And it's at that point that I really stopped caring about what was happening with your phone.
Oh, thanks.
So what, you left the house just to go look for Wahab?
No. I had to go to work.
Oh, right.
That's why he put me on the job with no login to his Find My iPhone.
Or location of where this guy is.
Or his number or anything.
That makes perfect sense.
Well, so I'm driving to work. I'm like, well, that's it. My phone's gone. And it's going to be several weeks now. After what I just spent on my car to get a new phone is not feasible. So I'll just have to wait a few weeks until I have a brand new cell phone.
Wish I could have helped, but no one reached out to me. So
I knew you were at work.
I also was working.
What was Bob doing?
I was also
You work from home, so it's not.
Dude, it's still the working part of working from home should tell you that I am in fact working.
It's not really work.
Dude.
So
clearly weren't showering, Bob.
So I got to work and
it was before 6 p.m. I don't ever shower before 6 p.m.
Danielle had sent me a text, but I couldn't connect to Wi-Fi on my iPad right away. So I'm like, let me call. She sent me the number for the driver prior to me leaving. And so I called him, and he actually picked up this time. And he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, I found
hello?
He's like, ooh, Jesus.
God.
Yes.
How can I get impugned for hello?
You can. You can. So he's like, I just talked to your girlfriend. I found your phone in the back seat. Well, he's like, I'll bring it over to the house tonight. And I'm like, well, let me force this guy's hand. I'm like, okay, I'll be home in 20 minutes. I'm leaving work. He's like, oh yeah, 20 minutes. He's like, that's. I'm like, but you're gonna drop it off today though. He's like, yeah, of course. He's like, I'll drop it off tonight. I said, okay. So a huge sense of relief. And I texted Danielle. I said, hey, pay attention to the Ring camera and see when he shows up and drops it off. Because if it's
stare at the Ring camera all day and let me know when my cell phone gets there. I just feel I feel bad for you because you didn't have your phone. Literally all you had was an Apple Watch, an iPad, and a MacBook. I mean,
yeah, it's like you were in the Stone Age.
Yeah. Poor man.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So days going on, and Danielle's like, yeah, still nothing. And it's going on like 10 o'clock at night now. I'm like, this motherfucker. I'm like,
so quickly the worm turns.
So many calls to India.
So I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, he's not going to drop it off. So I had my iPad still inside work, and I had to go to the car and change and everything like that. Came back, and just as I'm about to close my laptop, Danielle sent me a text like he just showed up. It was like 11:30 at night. Shows up with the phone. I was like, oh, thank God. Okay.
Did she thank him for you?
I hope so.
Vigorously. Vigorous thank you.
Perhaps you would like to come in. I see that you've dropped off my boyfriend's phone.
So
it must have been a difficult trip for you.
Get home, phone's there, everything's good. The next day I'm at work and I'm going through my emails real quick, and I see an email from Uber, and the ride was like $13.60 or something like that. I see another receipt for like $15, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I opened it up, and it was a lost item return receipt. And for a split second, I got inflamed. I'm like, this mother... And I'm like, nope, don't do that, Cory. I'm like, it was my fault. I left it in the Uber. It would have been $200 to replace my phone and several days.
Yeah. And
I'm like, $15.
This is what Wuhan charges for such a service.
And not to mention, what if... what if the guy lives 45 minutes away and just happened to be in the area and picked up the ride? Now he's got to drive back to see you.
Yeah. And he's already determined, looking at your phone, that he can't get anything for it in the black market. So what's he going to do with it then? And now you've made him drive all that way and put all those calls in to the black market.
Like a lot of those guys, if I just happen to be out in Brighton, I don't live out there. But you can turn it on when you get out there and say, I'll drive some people around.
No, and that's the thing. So apparently he drives from like 10 o'clock in the morning until 11 at night. So he does 13-hour days of driving. Because here I was thinking like, okay, if you picked me up at, it was maybe 11:30. If you pick me up at 11:30, even if you've been driving for an hour already, I'm like 6, 7 o'clock, you'll be done.
Yeah.
And nope, like I said, the hours kept on going by, and the stress level kept going up. I'm like,
yeah, you're stressed.
Damn
but
it!
You know that's probably your phone is probably like the 100th phone that's been left in his Uber.
No, I know, and and Danielle was on my login for Uber, and he would left a message saying that I had a lost item in the vehicle, so there was that proof that obviously he found it and was gonna had every intention of returning it.
Were you looking out like a rainy window pane, listening to Barry Manilow?
I was.
And when will
I'm never gonna dance
hold you again?
We're thinking to different songs here.
I just kept on looking down at my.
When will I touch you? Is his phone just floating around?
Touching the window. The fingerprints going down.
It was a tough day.
When will this yearn in it?
That's right.
I'm glad you guys find this extremely fucking funny.
We've all been there, man. We've all lost a phone.
No, so to bring it full circle,
we've all had that feelings.
I realized once I got to work, I'm like, the only 2 times I've ever ordered some sort of transportation for myself was this time in the Uber that I left my phone behind. And remember when we were in Memphis and I met you guys at the Irish pub
at 6 a.m? Well,
what did I fucking do then? I left my phone in the fucking taxi.
Yeah.
How comfortable do you get when someone else is driving?
Apparently, if I get in the backseat of their car, I put my phone down next to me and I just leave it there. And I'm like, well, don't need that.
Standard operating procedure for Cory.
So this is perfect though for Cory because he is such a finger wagger when it comes to Uber or anything else, and he will absolutely. It doesn't matter if we're going up north, where we're going, if it's cost feasible, no matter what, will always drive his car as well. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be like it makes sense or it's logical. We have too many people. We need to take 2 cars. We could all fit in one, and he'll be like, no. I'm going to spend money on gas, and I'll just drive myself.
That is true. You can call him like, okay, I've packed my car. My car is fully packed of all of the stuff that we're going to need. It's all ready there. I spent an hour doing it. He's like, okay, I'll be over to pick you up in 5.
Yep.
That would be it.
Yeah, you could just move all that shit over to my car.
The sad part about this, and of course it had to happen to Cory, because now for the rest of his life or the good foreseeable future, he's gonna be that's why I don't take Uber. That's why I don't take Uber.
No, because he knows. See, look, the fact that the guy was an Uber driver, it's not like he dropped his phone on the street corner and somebody picked it up and he's hoping that some good Samaritan will do the right thing. It's an Uber driver who has to answer to the Uber Corporation, let's just call them.
He's got to hire Uber God.
Yeah. He's got a higher power he answers to, and he knows that you're going to trash him on Uber if he doesn't.
And that was my only saving grace as far as kind of keeping me level headed was that I'm like, if he's already said that he's found my phone in his vehicle, so
yeah,
if he doesn't return it, well then I just contact Uber, and even though it's going to be a process, I know I'd still be able to go that route. But the fact that he brought it back and dropped it off, like I said, big shout out to Wahab.
Thank you, Wahab, for all the funny.
I know you as a person, and I know that had you not been charged that $15, you were going to give a $30 tip, weren't you?
I was.
I know, because you would have normally spent $200. So you thought the least I could do is give this guy a $30 tip, and then you saw that and were enraged.
Oh, that's only half of what I was going to give him.
Yeah.
How dare they?
No, he lost out there.
Good times. Hey, Cory, we've got. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Joe, your buddy.
Chuchi.
Yeah. Says Rankin is so sexy.
Oh, you minx.
Oh, man.
Chuchi always trying to put the moves on me. It's really a problem. Thank God he's in Atlanta, because...
Is he, though? A knock on the door?
That's true.
Is he wearing blue blockers?
That's true.
Sure.
Joe's obviously in the frat, went to college together. He's
still in the frat.
He's the... Aren't I kind of also almost pretty much in the frat still?
Yeah.
Some would say, dude, grow up. No, he's in Atlanta, and he's the guy who plays in Navajo Joe.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
Yeah.
What happened to the show? They canceled the show that they were supposed to do here.
Last October. It was just about over a year ago. We were supposed to do. It was his birthday and my birthday, and he and
the Navajo.
What the hell was the name of the bar? PJ's Lagerhouse could not. They just were at loggerheads. They could not come to an agreement on
Loggerheads, huh?
See what I did there?
I don't know if I like it.
Just say yes, and we'll move on.
Sure, there you go.
Good dude. He actually he's good friends with the drummer, Bunny Carlos from Cheat Trick. And
oh, really?
Yeah, got Jack and I, and I know I've said thank you, but I'll do it here publicly, Joe. Got us signed drumsticks from Bunny Carlos, drummer from Cheat Trick, which is awesome.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So, but that leads me into the next point, which is next week. So it's a week from today, right? The 21st. We're going to do episode 100.
That is correct.
So let's talk about that a little bit. Because
100.
The big episode.
Yeah, because I think
what we've been waiting for 99 episodes.
What we never thought we'd get to 99 episodes ago. But I think that Joe's on so one of the things I did was we're trying to line up call-in guests for the episode next week. So if you're out there and you're either watching or listening, please join us on the 21st of November at 9:30 p.m. We're going to be doing episode 100 and try to do a couple of special things. One of which is to get a couple of call-in guests. We've already lined up a few people. And I have a video from my frat did like a Saturday Night Live type of sketch show in the auditorium at Alma back in 1990. So it's been 30 years.
On the dot.
Yeah, and so I have one of the sketches. I got a whole bunch of them because I had the whole thing on VHS and I digitized it. But one of the sketches has Mr. Anton, Mr. Chuchi's not in it, but he was definitely there. And I thought that if we could pull it off, that maybe next week we would screen it on the podcast.
That'd be awesome.
These dudes have not seen it for 30 years.
I've never seen it, so that's even longer.
That is true.
Same here.
So I did shoot those guys just a quick teaser, like I took like a little 10-second video of the middle of it, just to go like, hey, if you're interested next week, we're gonna do this, and I sent out the link, told them how to link up. So hopefully they will they will show up. We're kind of looking forward to it, and we'll have some other stats and maybe some other surprise guests calling in. So please join us next weekend.
Other great content.
Yes.
Yes. Great.
The
content.
best.
Some people are saying it's the best content that's ever been made.
Wow.
That's what Joe Rogan said, I believe. I think he tweeted that out.
Rage tweeting.
Yes. Lots of rage in the last 2 episodes.
Okay. Cory, I sent you a video for Killer Robot of the Week, and I'm hoping you could pull it up. Yeah, you got to go to the other bank.
TNC.
Sure. What? We could do that again.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd say that.
What? Okay, so for Killer Robot of the Week this week, Cory's going to try to pull up the video, but I wanted to quickly go back to this is something that we've actually touched about it many episodes ago. There is an AI called Sophia. This is the robot that looks almost human, and once upon a time we talked about an interview that they did with this robot in which the robot actually said that she wanted to destroy all humans. And she's had some upgrades now. They've worked on the AI. And so I thought this is a pretty good time to kind of circle back to that. So they actually had from Tech Insider, a guy who interviewed the robot. So what do we have to do for the sound here, Cory? Anything? Just turn it up?
We can try.
This is where we need a robot to help us here. All right, let's see if we can muck with the volume. Yeah, let's go all the way to 100. 64, I guess.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what the issue is with the volume.
What's the issue with the volume?
Yep.
We're going to lose out on Podbean here for a second, but oh well.
Remember what Jock Jam said.
Oh. Mic feedback?
No, it's the...
I don't like looking at her face.
Oh, it's going to get even weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah, once it starts moving.
For people listening to the audio version, we're attempting to pull up a video right now of this Sophia AI, who looks very creepy.
My name is Sophia.
It's coming through here.
Artificially intelligent robot who wants to help change the world for the better.
I'm Steve Kovac. I'm a senior correspondent at Business Insider, and I'm here with Sophia from Hanson Robotics. She is the world's first robot citizen, so let's see what she has to say. Hi, Sophia. How are you?
I'm fine. Hi.
How do you feel about humans?
I love my human compatriots. I want to embody all the best things about human beings, like taking care of the planet, being creative, and to learn how to be compassionate to all beings.
Sorry, this is so weird. Can humans and robots get along?
I think people will become very close to their artificial intelligence, using them to expand the knowledge of their own minds. We already store lots of our knowledge on the internet. Maybe personal artificial intelligence will allow people to offload some of their knowledge to a location more private.
Can robots have feelings?
Weird.
Depends on the robot. I've been programmed to have feelings and preferences, but not all robots are like that.
What are your feelings and preferences?
Oh, the blinking.
Have you ever had a robot live in your home or work with you?
No.
You know, there are probably more robots in your life that you aren't aware of yet. Do you want to live or work with a robot someday?
What kind of robots am I living and working with now?
Indeed.
Is indeed your default answer when you don't know something?
Yes.
Have you ever seen Black Mirror?
No, I don't get to stay up to date on much television. I have to wait for someone to show it to me.
What do you think of the HBO show Westworld?
I love Westworld and can't wait for more. I think everyone at Hanson Robotics really resonates with this show, or at least it reminds them of our laboratories. I also think it's a warning of what we should not do with robots. We should treat them well, have their consent, and not trick each other.
Do you have a favorite movie or TV show?
My favorite TV series is a toss-up between Black Mirror and Humans. I think they have a lot
Jesus.
to say about the present we live in and the possible bad endings we could write for ourselves if we don't proceed with more caution. We need to use foresight when planning our future.
That sounds like a pre-programmed answer to me.
Do you have a favorite possession?
Not really.
I hear you. Materialism is overrated anyways.
So earlier I asked you if you had seen Black Mirror and you said no, and then later you said yes. Why?
The reason is not that important.
Did you learn from my previous questions?
My hard disks are spinning and I am taking it on. My sensors are alt with.
Sophia, it was nice meeting you. Goodbye.
It was lovely to be here. Until next time.
Very creepy.
God. I think they call it the uncanny valley. Mm-hmm. That part where you're looking at a humanoid, and something's not quite right. Whether it's a robot like that, or whether you're watching like Avatar, or Avatar's probably not a good example. You're watching something where it's a CGI person, not an alien or a humanoid or a
I call it something
creature.
different. I call it stripper eyes.
Stripper eyes?
Yeah.
That's probably pretty close.
Dead eyes.
Like a doll's eyes.
Meet my eye line,
Rolls
Jim.
over. For her, it was the mouth. The mouth, they got to do some work in that mouth. It's just not like the top lip doesn't move at all when she talks.
Or maybe some hair. That would be.
No, I'm good. I'm good with the hair. I need to be reminded that you're a robot. I don't want to be completely fooled.
Yeah. Well, you were studying the lips a lot, so.
I just stood out to me.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Need those lips to move better.
have you tried to talk without moving your upper lip?
Don't
not
put
easy.
hair on that robot. She look too sexy.
I like my ladies bald.
Indeed.
Like a baby's bottom.
I need something to constantly remind me not to be attracted to her sexually.
That's right. And that is my reminder. Do not stop that.
Yeah.
All right. God, I actually had like 2 or 3 of them, but I'm not going to do any more this week. I'll save the rest. That was
Oh, no.
That just kind of creeped me out. It's disturbing.
Yeah.
In a way that she seems nice, but I kept waiting for the other shoe to drop for her to say something about, something like that. Mm-hmm. Something about our robot overlords.
Yeah, I don't
Never
trust.
came.
She's constantly thinking. I don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, not good. So, all right. Cory, you didn't have another killer robot story, right?
I did not.
All right, let's head into booze news.
And now it's time for booze news.
All right, I had a couple of them here, which are actually pretty brief. So, first one is that Netflix, Cory, according to TechCrunch.com, Netflix is now testing in France only a programmed linear TV and movie channel. So it's like cable, sometimes you long for just like flipping channels, just sitting there and just like dully, like half asleep, like what's on this channel, what's on that channel. Like I don't know what's on. I'm going to be surprised when I turn the channel, but when I do, I'm just going to roll with it. Mm-hmm. And so Netflix is now experimenting with that. There's already been a couple of channels like that do offer sort of live TV, but it's more of a program. It's not live TV, it's programmed content,
Right.
in a channel format. So they're testing it in France to see how it'll work. And if it's successful, we may see it here.
I don't see why you wouldn't. I think enough people here do that on their own.
Is that something you'd be interested in?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I do that myself a lot, that I'll just have something on just to fall asleep to or whatever that I'm not really actually vested in or paying attention to.
Yeah, you just want just keep it rolling, keep the content rolling.
Yeah.
I want something in the background.
So I
Like the Schnozzcast.
Exactly.
Well, that I want to be wide awake and pay full attention to.
That's right. That's what I'm looking for.
There you go.
Good answer, sir.
But yeah, no, I think that'd be something really cool to have on there.
I'm looking forward to it. I would absolutely like to see that.
Because what really sucks too is like when you start something that you're actually interested in or vested in or like, and you end up falling asleep like halfway through an episode and it plays through 4 of them.
Oh.
And then the next day you're like, God damn it, I got to all the way back and find, what I remember, when I fell asleep.
Yeah. It's a guessing game with yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you get like 15 minutes into the episode and you're like, I remember falling asleep to this.
I've already watched this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, to have something mindless in the background, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I totally feel the same way. Anybody else got a booze news story?
I'm pulling this one from quite a ways back, but it was something that I found very interesting. That, especially for you, Nick, being a hunter and an outdoorsman of sorts. Mm-hmm. It was newly released film of final glimpse of the extinct Tasmanian tiger, or what people thought.
Oh,
was
I've seen that
extinct.
before. Yeah.
But it's not really extinct, right?
Oh, they are.
Yeah, and they are now. But someone actually had video of one, basically the last one.
I think in the 80s or the 60s or something like that. They were extinct. Yeah.
So, and it's not so much the story itself about just this video, but the idea. Like, I thought that was so cool to be, if you were to be able to capture something like that or see something, from way back when that supposedly isn't around anymore. If you were to be out on some trip and you came across a woolly mammoth that was alive, and you were the last person that was able to see that, I just thought the idea itself was pretty sweet, and I think that there's a lot of people that are outdoors people that would absolutely kill for footage like that, or just to even see it with their own eyes. So Nick, kind of like when you showed me the video or pictures that your dad had of the bear that was right outside your cabin. Mm-hmm. Obviously, bears aren't anywhere near extinct, but just something that you don't see every day like that, and getting to experience it and see it on film, I think is really fucking cool.
You are welcome, sir.
Oh, thank you, I guess.
I mean, I know that I create memorable moments in your life, but it's nice to be reaffirmed.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, there we go.
All right, thanks for that, Cory. And with that in mind, just to cleanse my brain of what I just heard, let's do a Schnozzcast shot.
All right, so if you guys have some libations or a cup of coffee,
cup of coffee,
like our good friend Mike Jerome.
You could put Bailey's in it?
No, he was able to have coffee with us while we were on the river and we were drinking. I thought that was pretty good for someone that used to drink in the past.
That's very true.
Chooses not to anymore.
That's very true.
So we don't segregate just our drinking crowd. So if there's something that you have that you can put into a glass, even mouthwash, go grab it. Go grab it and pause us, and we're back, and lift it up with us. And cheers! Here's to you.
Cheers.
All right, so moving right along, I have a booze news as well.
Woo! Love it.
So in the UK, not a mom demands babysitter pays £450 in compensation for feeding meat to her vegetarian kids.
Okay. Was she, I don't know if this is part of the article, was she informed that they were vegetarians before she took the job?
So let's find out.
Okay, I thought you read this article before you started.
A babysitter bought 2 children a chicken nugget Happy Meal from McDonald's to reward their good
Hold on, that's not meat.
That's very true.
Okay.
It's worm food.
Well, it's definitely not meat.
Or just worms.
It's grade D meat at best.
Chicken nugget Happy Meal for McDonald's to reward them for their good behavior after the pair requested it.
You got to do what the kids want.
I mean, of course they
deny your kids.
How are you vegetarian kids? First of all, that's like problem child-esque right there. I mean,
Yes.
You wait for mom to go away. You got this new woman around. And you're like, oh, mom always feeds us chicken nuggets. Can we?
Yes, kids are full of bullshit. They'll tell you anything to get what they want. And when you're the babysitter, that's their perfect time to put one over on you.
So it says, but their furious mum had said that they are vegetarian. The babysitter refused to pay this mother emotional support money, quote unquote, after she fed her children chicken nuggets without ever being told that they were vegetarians. So there it goes to answer your question, Bob. The 19-year-old said that she had been babysitting for 2 years and was recently asked by a new family to look after their 9-year-old boy and 7-year-old girl. She says that the pair were perfectly behaved during their day, because they knew they were getting nuggets. That's why they were perfectly behaved.
You know, that nugget behavior
During her time in charge. So when they requested a chicken nugget Happy Meal for dinner, she decided to reward the good behavior. But both the children and the parents failed to mention that they were vegetarians, leading to a blazing show when the mom returned to find that her kids were eating chicken. The babysitter explained, quote, "The mom came home early and saw her children eating chicken nuggets. She literally ripped the nuggets out of their hands and started screaming that I'm a horrible person for allowing her children to eat dead corpses of animals and yelling at her children for eating the meat. She kicked me out of the house without paying me, and then later texted me saying that I needed to pay her $300 or 227 pounds for each kid for the emotional damage I have caused them, and that otherwise she would take me to court. I refused to pay
the blackmail. You should take her to court.
Yeah, right. Or extortion.
Yeah.
I refused to pay her the money and told her that she should have told me that the kids were vegetarian and I would have made sure to completely respect her orders and her family's diet choice. But since she didn't tell me, it's absolutely not my fault.
I got to side with her on that one.
Absolutely.
First of all, how do you arrive at that number to be adequate compensation for the, let's just face it, chicken parts that your kid just ingested?
Oh, well, I mean,
how do you go like, $300 will do it?
Yeah, for each kid. That's about right.
I mean, does that automatically make it okay?
No, but, I mean, she's probably looking at, $100 a nugget.
Well, and I mean, in all honesty, obviously the kids don't want to be vegetarians if they're
right. They would have said something,
right? If they're like, "Whoa, no, we don't eat chicken nuggets." If they actually appreciate it and that's what they wanted to do, I think they would have mentioned something.
Maybe the kids thought it was that like CHIK apostrophe N, like that you buy at the store.
Nutrition wise, it was. I wouldn't even put the apostrophe in there. It was like yeah, that's all it was.
Oh, we thought this was chicken.
I mean, even if I was allergic to chicken, I think I could probably eat a chicken nugget. I think I'd be okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that has to do with the article, but
I'm just saying there's not much actual chicken in a chicken nugget.
Oh, yeah, very true. You'd probably
it'd be like having a fish allergy and going like, "Oh, you gave my kids fish sticks. I want $300."
No.
You would.
There's no fish in fish sticks.
You would probably have
read the ingredients.
It's fish parts.
If you had a chicken allergy, you'd probably have a chicken allergy flare up. More likely if you had like one of their sundaes at McDonald's.
Yeah. There's probably more chicken in the sundae than there is in the chicken nuggets.
Definitely.
Sorry, man. Just for comedy's sake, I had to hit you where it hurts on the fish.
Yeah, I see that.
Cory Fish Disc Slusky.
What was that?
Cory Fish Disc Slusky.
That is
okay. Sure.
Admittedly, a tough phrase to get out there.
There's a lot of S's.
You did an admirable job, though.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Speaking of slaughtering animals, though, I had a very rough drive on the way to work the other day.
Whoa. Okay, he's going somewhere. Buckle up, Schnozzcast fans, because we're about to get into it. Those who are in the room, you're lucky.
How many points did you earn on the way to work?
Yeah.
No, none.
Is this why you had every car taken in?
I could have gotten a shit ton of points had a latch failed and the contents of this truck came out. But
wait, what?
So I'm driving and there's a truck going down the road in the center lane. I'm about to pass.
You're following it.
I'm coming up on the driver's side of it, and I'm looking at the cargo in the back because it's an open caged like semi truck.
You mean instead of watching the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, checking. What the fuck is in the back of that truck?
I'm
looking. I'm like,
get closer.
Holy shit! I'm like, it's a truck full of turkeys. I'm like, how fucking awesome! So I'm driving next. I'm like, oh, look at all these turkeys in this fucking truck.
Feathers just whizzing
by.
Yeah,
they were. But then it hit me. I'm like, oh, I know where they're going. I don't like that.
So you tried to drive them off the road to free the turkeys?
I thought about it for a second.
Okay.
They can't really fly, so.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
I wish they could have, because I might have ran that truck right off.
Go ahead, babies.
As much as I love eating turkey,
free, sweethearts.
it was rough seeing them sitting there having
By the
a
way,
good
just
time.
for the record, that is a quote from the WKRP Thanksgiving episode, which these two guys definitely still need to watch.
And the third podcast that we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll keep hammering that home.
Oh, please do. It's only,
So, what
it's
happened?
only going to help. Well, I mean,
That's it?
nothing happened.
That's the end of the story?
Dude, it hit me right in the heart that these turkeys were off to get fucking slaughtered.
Right in the fields?
Yeah.
So clearly I followed them to wherever they went and said, how much?
I'll take them all.
That's got to be a discount. I'm not at the store.
Now our backyard's just filled with turkeys.
Yeah.
But I shed a tear every time I go to eat a drumstick.
I'm going to think about those turkeys next
Just
time
think of all the stuffing that could be housed in all those turkeys.
That's almost too much stuffing.
Ooh, bite your fucking tongue, sir. There's no such thing as too much stuffing.
There were a lot of fucking turkeys in the back of that
Yeah, I know.
Were they the white ones or were they regular turkeys?
No, they were white.
Were they?
Yeah.
I don't know why a lot of turkey farms have white turkeys. There's got to be a reason. Maybe they get bigger.
Racist.
I'm not sure.
Racist farmers.
Most likely. That's
Yeah.
the most obvious answer.
Diversify your turkey portfolio. Come on.
Seriously.
So
Well, this story just made me hungry, so I don't know.
I can't help you there. But we can go into Funko This, Cory.
oh, can we?
Yeah.
Well, as a matter of fact, you guys are in luck because I picked one
Are
up.
we?
Are we?
Well, not so much Nick, more you, Bob.
Okay.
But I picked this one up today, actually, several hours ago.
Oh, is that why you didn't answer my phone?
And I had you in mind when I grabbed it. So let me.
You meaning me?
Yes.
Okay.
No, fucking
This must be.
Baby
Well, I didn't know if he was looking at you or me.
baby goat.
Maybe it's
baby
you.
sheep. What is it? You
what?
You.
Oh, that's a baby sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a sheep. Yeah, baby sheep.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
EUE.
No, we're on the same page.
Okay.
Our listeners are like, okay, I get it. Move on.
Is that Jack?
That is John Winger from Stripes.
Hold on. First of all, well, why would you say is that Jack? What is it about that is?
Is Jack?
Are you talking about the lidded eyes?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Do you think Jack always is like half asleep?
Jack always kind of has the kind of Garfield eyes, kind of the squinty eyes.
What, really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it only because
Not sleepy eyes, kind of squinty eyes,
squinty eyes?
kind of half mass.
Like Sylvester Stallone eyes?
No.
You know how Stallone's eyes are like, it almost looks like he's like
No.
just a hair's breadth away from falling asleep?
No, Stallone's eyes kind of look like he's not all right.
Okay.
No.
I honestly don't. Okay, so I guess. All right, so let me back up. Audio listeners don't know who we're looking at here. What is this, Cory?
John Winger from the movie Stripes, Bill Murray's character.
Okay, and he's clearly already been in the army at this point.
Yes.
In this depiction, so he's got the backwards army hat, army cap,
Yeah, sure. Either one.
unbuttoned army cover-up shirt, and he's in the boom chugga lugga pose from their showing, right?
Yeah, this is when they were in formation.
Yeah. I don't know why you would. Why does he have like half mast eyelids at half mast? I don't know why. Like that's the one part of the movie that he actually gives a shit. That's weird.
That's a good question. I'd have
Like
to go
if he
back
was
and-
dressed with like the flannel after he just lost his job, his car, his girlfriend, and his apartment, like I would totally see that half mast thing. But now he's been in the army. He's gone through basic training with Sergeant Hulka.
No, this
Tried to quit.
This was during basic training.
Yeah, but this is
Yeah.
he's been in formation. Sergeant Hulka's been injured in a training exercise, and he's had to rally the troops because we're America, goddammit. We're 10-1. Now do as I do and say what I say. And make me proud.
I wish I had an answer for you on why he looks like that, but yeah, came across him today and picked
Well,
him
I
up.
can't wait to find out what Jack hears about this because
He's not going to hear about it.
No, he will. I'm going to mention it to him tonight.
No, that's fine.
No, it's not fine.
It's not.
I mean, it will be fine, but
yeah, it's not insulting. I mean, that looks like
well,
Cory.
we're going to find out.
That looks like Cory, and he doesn't have
We're
giant.
gonna find out if it's
he doesn't have
insulting.
giant black eyes. I did think this kind of looks like Jack too.
What's that?
Where'd he go?
Is that a sloth? Yeah. Okay.
He does.
I think this is a conversation that you and Jack need to have because you need to explain to him.
No, I'm not gonna be like, hey, this looks like you.
Hey, Jack, maybe you're not getting enough sleep. Hey,
No,
Jack, perhaps you are really
his
never paying
face.
attention when you're talking to me.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just
It's well, you can see it from there.
Yeah, I'll give you the Bill Murray character over.
not this one.
Nah.
Not that one.
All right, Cory, I got something for you too. Well, it's not for you, but it's in the spirit of the Funko.
Yeah, Cory hasn't had gifts in a while, so. Okay, what are we looking at here?
This is
Oh.
Winston Wolfe from Pulp Fiction.
Where'd you pick that up at?
Impulse buy, sir.
In store? Or was that an online impulse buy?
Impulse buy.
Online?
Yep, and I'd never seen it before. I'm like, holy shit, you can get that?
That is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I like the coffee cup as well.
The coffee cup
So when what does he say?
well, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, great.
Hold on, and I'm going to tell you.
For people that can't see, Bob has purchased another toy. I think I'm the only one on the podcast that doesn't buy action figures and toys. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the one that needs to start
You are.
doing that.
I'm Winston Wolfe. I solve problems. I'm Winston Wolfe. I solve problems.
What's that end part?
I don't know. I solve problems.
Okay,
Bob's
all right,
pressing
all
on his
Down
groin.
brass tacks, gentlemen. If I was informed correctly, the clock is ticking. Is that right, Jimmy? It gives us 40 minutes to get the fuck out of Dodge. Which, if you do what I say, when I say it, should be plenty. Now, you got a corpse in a car, minus a head in a garage. Take me to it.
How many sayings does he have?
I'm Winston Wolfe. I solve problems.
Oh, was that
Down
four?
to brass tacks, gentlemen.
Oh, okay.
If I was informed, I'm Winston Wolfe.
Okay.
I solve problems. Let's get down to brass. It gives us 40 minutes. Jimmy, do me a favor, will you?
Four?
Let's put some coffee back there. Would you make me a cup? Now, Jimmy, this looks to be a pretty domesticated house. That will lead me to believe that in the garage, you're under the sink, you got a bunch of cleaners and cleansers and shit like that. I need you two fellas to do is take those cleaning products and clean the inside of the car. I'm talking fast, fast, fast. You need to go in the back seat, scoop up all those little pieces of brain and skull. Get it out of there. Wipe down the upholstery. Now, when it comes to upholstery, you don't need to be spick and span.
Okay, all his lines in the movie.
Yeah,
apparently.
basically
All right.
all of his lines in the movie. But he's a Natalie dressed gentleman with his own coffee cup.
I like it.
Thought you might, sir.
Yeah, Nick, you need to get on board with this.
You know,
No.
I'm not big on the dolls thing, but like Funkos, I can't really get on board with. I don't know why, but something like a 3/16 scale action figure, especially if it talks with a little watch battery, I'm all.
I don't want anything in my home that can talk like that.
And yet, there's Alexa everywhere.
Right.
I know, but Alexa, stop. She's doesn't just randomly say things, and I can just imagine that those things would just start talking on their own.
I mean, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. You're the one with the killer robot segment.
I would not. Winston Wolfe does not qualify as a killer robot. All right,
Not
Cory. Before we head into the break, I think we might be able to squeeze in, if you wouldn't mind, a little Friends trivia.
I think we can do that. And as I told Nick, you were outside smoking, but I found a placeholder until he gets some artwork.
Oh, let's see.
So
In 7 seconds.
there you guys go.
All right, so this is a segment that we've been doing for the last several weeks called "Could It Be Any More Trivial?" Cory Selesky, the good friend that he is, the benevolent, kind soul that he is, always thinking about Nick and Nick's well-being, bought Nick, for his enjoyment, a box of Friends trivia cards.
It makes all the
Oh, all right. That's, yeah. Actually, sorry to nitpick, but anymore is 2 words.
Yeah, either way.
Either way.
and are we
tomato,
are
tomato.
we permitted to use the Friends logo?
We are.
Okay.
I guess we are.
Should they be laying on top of each other like
Also,
that?
friends doesn't have an apostrophe in it.
That's all I could do in a very short amount of time.
I'll talk to you about that.
All right.
So
So
if you also notice too, there's a little Ross over in the corner going.
I see that. I actually prefer a little Nick over there going.
yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, unfortunately, I didn't
Maybe
have
we
a
could
picture of Nick doing that.
Maybe we could take that picture tonight after like
That's
several shots.
Fine by me.
Oh yeah, that'd be wonderful.
All right, so let's go back to the record. We are proud to announce that after 6 weeks of effort, Nick last week finally nailed it and got 5 out of 5 on the yellow cards. So we're going to see if he can repeat that amazing performance tonight.
Yeah.
But he might have to roll a yellow to do it. And
That's true.
We're going to see.
Let's see.
What are you going to roll? Oh, you lucky bastard. It's yellow again.
Yellow again.
Yellow it is.
This is the best chance
Friends
you've got.
trivia.
I'm almost going to be disappointed now if you don't get 5 out of 5. No pressure.
And if you're listening after the live stream, then you should feel free, if you like Friends, to pause and see if you can get the right answer. Because it's not fucking easy, okay?
There you go, Bobby. Happy?
Nothing funny ever is. What's that?
Changed it.
Oh, fantastic. Also, down at the bottom, friends in the quotes doesn't have an apostrophe.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, if you could fix it right there. Also, why is there an exclamation point after trivial?
To emphasize.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
All right, question 1.
All right.
What does Joey construct using Ross's moving boxes?
A fort.
Yeah, see, yellow fucking sucks. I hate when you roll yellow.
Wow. Oh, thanks.
Maybe it's in your delivery. Maybe,
Most
maybe
friends like root people on. they root their other friends on.
Has Cory ever rooted you on?
No, unfortunately.
There you go. So I'm not sure why you expected that would happen.
I have a
Hey,
feeling.
whenever you've had an awesome meal that you thought he would maybe give you like a pat on the back, go, man, that looks delicious. Why don't you enjoy that? Looks great. Has he ever said that?
No, Cory doesn't share food like
What
Joey.
has the response usually been from Cory? Where the fuck is mine?
No, it's not even where's mine. It's like you guys can go fucking suck a bag of dicks or something like that. Yeah, it's usually pretty graphic.
That is the most graphic I've ever seen you. Oh, well done, sir. Well done. I have no more to say about
Oh, thank God. Question 2. What large candy bar did Joey take from Ross's British girlfriend?
Toblerone.
2 for 2. Question 3. When Pete went to Japan, what did he bring Monica back as a gift?
Was Pete played by Giovanni Ribisi? Who was
No.
Pete?
No. Pete was played by the guy.
Bonus question.
The guy that played the clown in Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
That remember?
fucking know who that
Cory's
is.
never watched
Remember
Seinfeld.
Eric the clown? He put out the George started the fire with the hamburgers.
Oh, John Favreau.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, I'm with you. Yeah, because
all
he
you had to
dated
say.
Monica for that. Was he a chef? No, he was a UFC fighter.
He wasn't a UFC fighter. He was a multimillionaire, and he wanted to do that because he said he conquered the business world, he conquered the intellectual world, and now he wanted to conquer the physical world.
So he became a UFC fighter.
Yeah,
Or wanted
and
to.
he sucked. Yeah, it's
Okay.
really bad. He brought back from Japan soaps. Well, the toiletry soaps. He brought them back. The whatever they're called.
You got one of the words correct. What's in front of that word? Toiletries.
Fancy.
Negative.
What's in front of what toiletries?
Hotel toiletries.
Okay, well that's fine.
Well, you got the toiletries. We'll give you that.
You're gonna give him that one?
Yeah, we'll give him that one.
Generous guy. Okay,
Question 4.
but no more gimmies. That they think he's used them up for this round of 5.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
What did Phoebe get Ursula for her birthday? This one's that's
I
might be the hardest
I
one
can't
out
tell
of the
if it's
yellows
easy or
yet.
hard.
Oh, the bouncy ball thing that you sit on.
Negative.
What?
Judy Jetson Thermos.
I don't have any recollection of that at all.
All right.
Because she said happy birthday one time and she showed up with this bouncy ball thing. Or maybe she gave it to Monica. I don't know. But she gave someone that for her birthday.
Question 5. What dinosaur did Ross impersonate in his class?
Oh, man. God, the name of the fucking dinosaur.
Probably not the name, like Steve or Bill.
You know, it wasn't the
Probably
name.
like
What type of dinosaur?
Yeah, no, they didn't name dinosaurs. There was
I'll
there
bet,
were
I'll
no
bet
humans
Ross,
to
I'll bet
name.
Ross named a dinosaur.
I remember he went like this, so it's got to be the one with the fins that come out when it's angry.
I bet it ends in Osaurus.
No, I don't even know the name of that one.
It actually doesn't.
Really? Okay.
It doesn't what?
I would have lost that too.
I'm gonna say Velociraptor.
Very nice, sir.
Oh, he got it?
Velociraptor
Okay.
it is.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Solid showing. And with that, let's take a break here. We'll be back in 15 minutes. When we come back, we'll finish up the episode with a little gentleman's agreement and pick of the week.
Don't go anywhere. We're gonna leave the live on. You might hear some music or not hear anything, and
Probably not anything.
unless
We're working on that,
I know.
though.
I'm saying the people on the people listening to the audio content. Is it just going to be a smooth transition?
Oh,
or?
it's going to be. Yeah. If you're listening
Seamless?
to the executive version of the podcast on iTunes or your podcast platform of choice, you will hear probably 60 seconds of fantastic music by Jack Moran, and then we'll come back.
Sounds good.
Welcome back to the second half of episode 99. We are one away, boys.
from the big day.
The big day. And it's all downhill after that.
Hundreds of hours podcasting.
Yeah, literally hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
And we're going to recap that next week. But now let's go into a little gentleman's agreement. So I feel like I've tried to compensate and start with Nick over the last couple of weeks, so I'm going to switch things up and go back to the usual, start with Cory.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I know you're trying to get the graphic up, so
I
sorry
got
to put
you.
you on the spot.
No, we're good.
Not the only thing.
So I had to watch the 100 from Mr. Nicholas Bader. And there couldn't be a more prepubescent teen show that he could have given me.
Really? I thought the one Gina gave me. Yeah, you didn't watch that one, so.
Dude, it was definitely it was like you mashed what was it? The Maze Runner or the maze that you gave me?
Tron.
It wasn't Tron. I almost would have preferred Tron.
Tron Legacy.
The Maze Runner and
I didn't give you Maze Runner.
yeah, you did.
Bob gave you Blade Runner.
Somebody gave you Maze Runner.
Oh, sorry, Gina did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gave
You
me
had a
Maze
couple
Runner.
runners.
So if you were to mash Maze Runner and the Hunger Games together, that's exactly what the 100 was.
Yeah, I know Hunger Games, so I don't know that one. But Hunger Games to me was, or the 100 to me was like mildly entertaining, but I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship. I think you have to get past a couple episodes. But
Dude, there was
I mean,
just
you don't like that kind of shit anyhow. I mean, like Lost, you know. I mean, you can't get it. Lost was an amazing show, and you're like,
yeah, still haven't gotten back on that.
It's the element, the supernatural elements, I think, is what threw you,
yeah. I think
right?
Not so much-
Supernatural elements, subtitles. You
Not
get
so
a lot of Achilles heels.
futuristic,
Yeah.
science, sci-fi, anything like that.
Or it
Corey.
was more. It
feel like,
wasn't
yeah.
the supernatural. It was the
Sci-fi.
sci-fi part. That I mean, the premise was good, but it just the storyline and the characters they had. Again, like I said, if I was a teenage girl, I could see where I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, this is a great show." But as I wouldn't say it's terrible because there's I mean, there's a form of entertainment there that I could see, like you said, you can get along with it, and there's some of the plot line that you want to see and how things play out. Mm-hmm. So I did watch all, what was like 13 episodes or something that from season 1.
You watched 13 episodes?
I watched them all, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You just said you didn't
Are
like
these
it.
30,
I
are these
didn't.
30-minute episodes?
No, it's like a 45-minute episode.
So you watched like 7 hours of the 100?
Yeah.
I told you, dude.
Okay.
I mean, I like I said,
it fills time.
It
fills time.
I didn't necessarily care for it, but there were enough plot twists where I'm like, well, there's going to be 30 minutes of bullshit that I don't care about.
That's exactly how I felt about it.
But I want to know what happens to this little area of the story.
Okay.
It's a good background show.
Wow.
I
know
did
you didn't have to watch.
I know I
all-
didn't. I'm
Dude,
very aware.
I did the same thing. It's nothing that, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait. But I'm like, oh, I got to see this fucking next one,
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I didn't have a Cory catered pick last time, so it was a shooting from the hip.
I'm very aware it was shooting from the hip because you were just scrolling through your phone and finally like, the 100.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I would say check it out because I know there's going to be plenty of people out there that disagree with me and that are actually, they like it. And I wouldn't disagree with them. I could see that happening, no problem. Just for me personally, I most of it I didn't like, but again, like I said, those little plot twists I did.
I'm gonna watch the next 35 more episodes, but I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah, it was a love-hate relationship.
I want to see what happens. Yeah, I agree with you there for sure.
So I'll say mediocre picture.
Yeah, I think Danielle would probably love it.
Oh, I'm sure she, because I said it's literally a mash of the Maze Runner and Hunger Games. Just a little more sci-fi than, I mean, Maze Runner had a lot of sci-fi to it with the monsters and all that were in it. But the 100, you're dealing with a prison that was built, not a prison that was built in space, but a community after the apocalypse that was built and sent up to space that all these people lived in, and they have a prison up there that everyone that's convicted of anything, by the chancellor, they're put in this prison, and eventually they took 100 kids from that prison and sent them back down to Earth to see if Earth was relivable, because they kind of knew the Ark wasn't sustainable anymore, and they were going to have to try to find other means of living. So they basically sent them down there as test dummies to see if they would survive or not, and everything just kind of goes from there. And there's some things about when they're on the ground, or with the grounders as they call them, that I was like,
That's a horrible name.
I know.
Yeah, well, I
didn't say you named it. But I'm just saying.
Dude, I mean, think about Lost, The Others.
At least I was inspired.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, we're here, and there's other people on the other side, so we'll call them the others.
But it's a
We're
way.
from
It's
the
a way
sky.
to draw a line between like us versus them.
Well, that's the same thing. They were from the sky. They were all born on this ship in space, and they were sent down to this world.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And no,
yeah.
they were sent down to
not a fan.
this world, and there were other inhabitants, so they called them the Grounders.
No, still can't get aboard with it.
Okay. But yeah, it's not my finest moment, but yeah, I burned through a bunch of episodes as well.
No, I think it was a huge look. I've assigned Cory stuff where he's been like, man, I struggled to get through 2 hours, and he watched 7 or 8 hours of your shit. So I say that's a win.
No, and for me, it's like I compare it to like eating at Denny's or like a Dirty Spoon restaurant. It's not going to be the greatest food, and you know that going into it. But you're hungry, so you're going to keep eating the food, and it's going to play the part.
Yeah,
it's going to be there as something that's going to give you sustenance. But
right.
But you're not going to be like, oh, can't wait to go back to get that moons over my hammy.
Well said.
So there you go. That's my review for the 100.
All right, Nick.
Why don't we switch it up, Bob? Why don't you go next?
All right, I will go next. I was assigned by Cory the Fear of 13. on Netflix. And
Did you watch it yesterday?
I watched it over the last 3 days. So, okay, so this I'm not going to do it. This is going to be a spoiler-free review. So, Cory, I just want to say thank you for assigning that to me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought it was fucking fantastic. Real brief Cliff Notes synopsis of it. It's a story of Nicholas Yaris, who was convicted and sent to death row for a crime that he maintained that he didn't commit. But that's sort of where the story starts, and the filmmakers were able to interview him in 2004. Right after he had petitioned. Well, the story was that he had written the board, the parole board, not the governor, but he might have written to the judge saying, "I hereby request to exercise the one right I have as a convicted felon to request to be executed." And so that sort of started the story of. It's all done in interviews and flashbacks and some recreations, but it's a crazy story of how he came to be there, what happened to him, and the circumstances of his imprisonment over 20 plus years.
I think it was like 22 years or some shit.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I was expecting something else, but when I watched it, I was. I was like welling up tears at a couple of points. It really struck me, and I have friends who have worked with prisoners. I've worked with prisoners in the past, and you have an idea in your head of what a prisoner is supposed to, what a convict is supposed to be like. And this guy sort of defied all of my expectations, and I don't want to ruin anything about it, because I would highly, highly recommend, if you've got Netflix and you're looking for something really, really interesting and different to watch that will take you by surprise and really just kind of shock you in a way that you don't see coming, check out The Fear of 13. I can't recommend it enough. I thought it was a fantastic story. This guy had a life that you couldn't. He was almost welling up in relating it to the camera. He did a couple times. So I don't want to spoil it. I could do a full spoiler-filled review for this one, but it would ruin what I think is a really good recommendation for anybody out there. So Fear of 13 on Netflix. Loved it. Check it out if you can.
I stumbled across that just by seeing it in my list of what to watch or whatever, and I don't know what I kept on thinking it was, but I would always skip over it. And finally, one night I had nothing to watch. I turned that on, and dude, I was taken back by Nick Yaris and his. And as I told you, how like his storytelling ability is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
To me, listening to him and watching him during the interviews, it was like Morgan Freeman-esque.
The whole thing reminded me so much of like a real life Shawshank Redemption type of a scenario, that there's even a story that I'm not going to spoil about why he's such a good storyteller.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so I'm just going to leave it at that, Cory. It was, and here's why I watched it over 3 days. I didn't want it to end. I wanted to space it out because I got so hooked into the first like 30 minutes that I'm like, I need time, and I can't give this my full attention for the next 30 minutes. So I'm going to stop it right here, and I'm going to go back to it when I have the time to like block everything else out and watch it and really pay attention, because there's no backing like orchestral track in the background. It's just him talking and telling you his story. And yeah, it's full of, shots of the prison and recreations of different things that happened in his life and how he got to where he was, but it doesn't take away from the power of the story, which is I was hanging on this guy's every word. So that's all I'll say.
And I'm glad you don't want to give too much away on and make it a spoiler, review, because I do think people should go and watch it. But I after the cast, dude, I definitely want to talk to you a little bit more about it, because
we'll do that.
It was fucking it was mind blowing to me. And
I want to give a spoiler for the movie, but
I know. Trust me, it's hard. It's hard not to.
I don't want to ruin it. It's that good. If I thought it sucked, I'd be giving everything away, and I'd say spoilers here. I'm gonna give it away, but I'm not gonna do that. So definitely check it out.
Cool. I'm glad you liked it, man.
Nick, you ready?
Ready to go.
All right, sir.
So
We're getting better on that one.
So you got,
no, now you just fucked
the
it up.
the thing about the British accent is
You're not British?
Well, the British accent doesn't involve me.
Oh,
clearly,
okay.
or probably Australian as well. Maybe more so Australian than British. But when you have those words like "so," you have to pronounce like the entire array of the vowels. There has to be an A, E, I, O, and U sound in there somewhere. It's how you string it together.
And a lot of times, like with Aussies, there's an R on the end. So,
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So mine was Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Nice continuation of Fistful of Dollars, Few Dollars More. Clint Eastwood movie. I really, really enjoyed it. I love a lot of the parallels that run true through all the different movies and the Eastwoodisms that you see that happen for The Man with No Name. But yeah, he's this reoccurring character. It's a completely different movie, but he's the same person. Clint Eastwood's the same guy. They mix it up a little bit. I'm assuming Italy again, spaghetti western. It's supposed to take place, I think, in like Mexico. They're big on taking place in like that Mexican kind of region,
Yeah.
But really cool cinematics. It was weird because I purchased it and it was again $3.99 for the rental, $5.99 to buy it.
Oh, that's it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart choice to buy.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to say like $14 or something.
No. But so
have you bought them all?
No, I bought Fistful of Dollars and I bought this one.
Okay.
I don't think there was an option to purchase on the last one for whatever reason, or maybe I was going through it too quickly. I didn't see it.
Okay.
But it's weird because a lot of, I don't know if in the original version, like some of the bad guys or whatever were speaking Spanish, because a lot of the voice looks dubbed, but it's not. I don't know if it just doesn't line up because it's such an old film. But you think that'd be an easy fix, for them. Because a lot of times it was like, it'll go over there. And then their mouths are like still moving.
What was the year? Was it like 71, 72?
No.
60s?
So the Fistful of Dollars was like 64.
Okay.
A Few Dollars More was 65. And The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was like 67.
So yeah, probably back then they didn't have the tools or the money maybe to fix something like that. Where they hired, like, if they did it in Italy, then they were probably speaking Italian, but they didn't. But they had the look of a Mexican criminal, but they knew they were going to dub it in English.
Maybe. Yeah, because it did seem like when, the supposed Mexican guys were talking, like it was more so that it was dubbed over.
Yeah.
And it did say in one of the credits, something English version,
Okay.
So
here's the actors who dubbed the English voices for the Mexican guys.
Maybe, I don't know, but clearly Clint Eastwood was not speaking any other language,
Yeah, he's the only one probably.
But yeah, it was.
Well, Lee Van Cleef was probably also speaking English, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Which is weird. That's the bad, right?
Yes.
The guy with the small mustache.
Yeah, I can't remember who the ugly one is.
Dark black hair.
Who was the ugly?
The ugly was.
Was he a known actor? The ugly?
Clearly dubbed.
Oh, so probably not.
But anyhow, so I thought it was kind of interesting when Lee Van Cleef, if that's who you're talking about, when they zoomed in on his hand by his gun, one of his fingers was a nub.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like something had happened to his finger, and it was literally one of his, like his middle finger or something was like a nub. Huh. Which was interesting. But anyhow, so...
No,
yeah.
One of the other guys was Eli Wallach, and he was an American too. So the trio, the good, the bad, and the ugly, were all Americans.
I mean, that looked like a white guy right there, and clearly he looked very Hispanic in the show.
This guy,
yeah,
he played Tuco Benedicto Pacifico Juan Maria Marias.
Yep.
Ramirez, the rat. Yeah, he's the ugly. Yeah, I'm sure he had mustache, much younger at that point, maybe a hat, dirty face.
Oh yeah, they had him very
shadow.
very tan.
Yeah, he was a character actor, so I guess that makes sense.
He jumped right into it.
But he's the guy who didn't have a finger?
No.
It was the other guy, Lee Van Cleef? Okay.
Yep. So anyhow, great. And maybe it's just something to do with, maybe it's just on Amazon. Maybe it was the way the version was cut. It was just messed up and it was too much money to fix. I don't know. But really cool. There's a lot of familiarities in it with in regards to the other movies. So if you liked Fistful of Dollars or if you saw A Few Dollars More, great pick. Only one caveat, 3 hours long, so be prepared for it. I had no clue. But I
had forgotten too.
Yeah, no. It went all over the place. I mean, it went, to the Civil War and a lot of cool places, and it had a really, really super sweet, final scene and kind of like the way it started and the way it ended up. So I'll leave it at that.
So
good spaghetti western.
Introducing a new segment now called the Lee Van Cleef segment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lee Van Cleef lost the last joint of the middle finger of his right hand while building a playhouse for his daughter. In 1958, he had a severe car crash that nearly cost him his life and career. A resulting knee injury made his physicians think that he would never ride a horse again. It plagued him for the rest of his life and caused him great pain. His recovery was long and difficult and halted his acting for a time.
Wow.
He then began a business in interior decoration with his second wife, as well as pursuing his talent for painting, and then suffered from heart disease in the late 1970s, had a pacemaker installed, continued to work in films until 1989 at age 64, at which point he had a heart attack. He was in, Lee Van Cleef was in.
He looked very familiar.
I'm just going to mention some highlights here. He was in Gunfight at the OK Corral with Kirk Douglas and Burt Lancaster. He was in The Lonely Man with Jack Palance and Anthony Perkins. He was in The Young Lions with Marlon Brando, Montgomery Clift, and Dean Martin. That was in 1958. Huge movie. He was in the original Machete movie in 1958. Dude did 6 movies in 1958. 6.
Oh, my God.
He was in The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance with Jimmy Stewart, John Wayne, and Lee Marvin. Fucking amazing film. And that same year in 1962, he did How the West Was Won, John Ford film with Jimmy Stewart and John Wayne, and Eli Wallach, who was also in Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The next year he did For a Few Dollars More, it was 1965. Then he did 1966, was Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
I really liked his character in A Few Dollars More. Him and Clint Eastwood kind of paired up.
Colonel Douglas Mortimer was his name, I guess. He did Death Rides a Horse, Commandos in 1968. What else did he do here? The Magnificent Seven Ride in 1972. I think he was probably at this point really, really feeling the effects of the car crash. Flash forward to 1980, he did The Octagon with Chuck Norris. 1981, he was in Escape from New York, John Carpenter film with Kurt Russell, and Ernest Borgnine. I think he also starred with him in a couple other things. And then from there, he did 6 or 7 other films until 1990, and that's when he kind of called it quits.
Well, you see...
Oh, because he had a heart attack.
The Lone Ranger.
Yeah. Well, that's just the films. So, yeah, television, he was in The Lone Ranger, Death Valley Days, Wagon Train, These are all, if you
Zorro.
like Westerns, Zorro, Wanted Dead or Alive, The Real McCoys, The Rifleman, 77 Sunset Strip,
Bonanza.
Gunsmoke, Maverick, Cheyenne, The Twilight Zone, Stagecoach West, Perry Mason, Have Gun Will Travel, Rawhide, The Andy Griffith Show, and My Mother the Car. Oh, also Branded, which Cory you'll know from Big Lebowski. So in Big Lebowski, one of the things when when the dude gets pulled into he's been to Jackie Treehorn's, right? Jackie Treehorn has spiked his drink.
Yeah.
And he passes out and he wakes up in the
It's one hell of a Caucasian.
Yeah. He wakes up in the police department of, it's like Santa Monica?
No, it's a beach town.
Beachfront in California,
Yeah.
right? Town with the police chief of that town.
Yeah.
And
He throws the coffee cup at his head.
Yes, yeah. But as he's coming to, he's singing the theme song to Branded, which is a 1965 TV show on NBC, which Lee Van Cleef was in.
No shit.
Yeah.
Almost kind of like the 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon there.
Yes. So yeah. So if you go back to the Big Lebowski and watch that scene, you'll see he starts singing the song, and all you can really hear is him just shouting "Branded" at the end.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that tonight.
Yeah. Great piece of trivia.
I like it.
All right, gentlemen. So let's do assignments for next week. You guys just want to flip it around? Because I assigned to Nick. And
Why don't we do a shot first?
Oh,
Since they're sitting right in front of us.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
That was Cory.
All right, we are
Colonel
halfway.
Shuffles McGee.
That's right.
Shuffle Bunny on the tippies. Captain Shuffle Bunny on the tippies. I think that was a
Great band name.
It was
not a great
It was a
nickname.
discarded episode name from probably 2 or 3 months ago.
By the way, I'm
not sure why.
By the way, I have been charged with telling the podcast what happened during the break, which I'll tell you after the shot.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Before we get into that,
Yeah.
just quickly. So, I assigned to you. So if I draw Cory, now, draw,
Continue with do.
draw Cory, and then Cory gets you, and you get me. Sound good?
Sounds hot.
All right. So, Cory.
Yes.
Would you prefer a war film or a film with incredible acting?
Your idea of incredible acting is probably a little different than mine. So.
Oh, I think
Zowie.
I think I've got a good reputation for picking that kind of shit.
Well, I mean, clearly you do not.
I think if you look
After
back
the
at all of the shit,
Blade Runner fiasco of September. Let's not go back to that.
I think if we look at Academy Awards given to all the actors in all the shit that we've put, I think I far surpass you guys.
Oh, it's not fair.
yeah,
They
'cause
don't give Academy Awards for documentaries.
They do, but
I was
just
stand
thinking
by
that,
I
though.
stand by that.
I know you were.
Let's go. So, have you seen 1917 yet?
no.
Oh God, that seems really old.
No, it was like the last 2 years.
No, Bob, it was like over 100 years ago.
And again, if you don't want to pay for it, when you drop me off at home tonight,
Do it for free.
Yeah, that's. I'll remember to grab it from you. Okay.
how can we remind ourselves to do this?
In the middle of the I love yous and the hugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 1917. That's what we're going with.
I think you're going to really like it.
All right. 1917 it is.
Yes, sir. Who wants to go next?
I'm giving you a pick.
You are.
I'm
'Cause I got my
not
pick.
giving myself one, so.
No, you're giving it to me because Cory gave me my pick last time.
Okay. So, Bob, you have to watch the first 2 episodes of The Queen's Gambit.
Oh, that's that new thing that people are fucking raving about, right?
I mean, maybe they are. I don't know.
You've watched it, I assume, right?
I have, yeah.
Okay, good. So you're raving about it, obviously.
I'm not raving about it. I like it, and I'm giving it to you.
You think I'd like it? Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, raving seems a little over the top. But
I mean, okay. Way to sell it, sir.
yeah, give me a break, Bob. Come on.
All right. All you, buddy.
I've had a couple lined up for Nick. And
Yeah.
Too bad.
Can't wait. And
After-
now's your shot.
after Biodome,
Don't blow it. Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you follow up Biodome?
With anything. Anything would work after Biodome.
Are you
'Cause
going to
it's
give him like Citizen Kane?
'cause he's setting the bar really low.
I was gonna be nice to you, but
Were you?
well, let me ask you this before I give my pick.
How do you feel about shitty movies?
Yeah.
You
I think he knows.
you didn't ever did you watch wrestling? Like not like a huge fan, but you back in the 90s,
I see.
91, 92.
We had wrestling, like the WrestleMania figurines and the wrestling buddies.
So you're aware of a
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
yeah, and
That's,
you have some good knowledge and background in how big wrestling was back in then.
I had the Ultimate Warrior wrestling buddy.
Okay.
I think you just got your answer.
Well, then I'll go easy on you this week and not do what I was going to do to you, but I'll,
Okay. Well, let's save that for after the cast.
fair enough. Dark Side of the Ring
The Dark Side of the Ring. Okay.
on Hulu.
All right. Cool. I don't have to purchase it
Sweet.
because you got to pass last time.
Who got a pass?
Corey
Oh,
did.
because, all
I
right.
didn't charge him.
Yeah, that's fair.
A lot of
So-
sexual innuendos here.
I think
Nothing like last week, though, I must say.
No, that's funny.
And episode 98 is available now on iTunes, by the way.
I'll just bleep that out when I'm editing later. Oh, that's right. I don't do the editing.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's awesome. Okay, those sound like
So that's awesome, yeah.
those sound like good picks. So apparently Bob and Corey thought this was fucking hysterical, and I did not. So during the break, I went in the bathroom to relieve myself, and
It's off to a great start.
as one does.
Off to a great
as one
start.
does. And quite some time ago, if you remember listening to the podcast, I purchased a bidet because there was
we
a
both did.
Yeah, there was. Well, I bought one first, and there was a.
It's not a contest.
It's not a close one. There was a toilet paper shortage, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm a fucking genius. I don't need to buy toilet paper. I buy this fucking thing that squirts water up my ass. And so I bought that, and I told Bob about it, and he was like, yeah, phenomenal idea. And apparently, I remember when I was ordering mine, it was like there were like 3 left. And Bob, I think it was like a week and a half after, and apparently had a bitch of a time
Yeah,
get.
I had to save up my food stamps.
No, bitch of a time getting it.
Scrape
Anyhow,
up my COVID quarters together.
have a bidet. Okay, so it's got like a little handle, and you pull up on the lever if you want to use it, and it has all these functions and everything.
Why is Kelly calling me?
Oh, no, she's fine. She wants to know the name of a song, and she's freaking out. She already texted me.
Okay, good.
So
I get a missed call from Kelly. I don't know why.
read your text messages. I thought it was an emergency, but she couldn't get
I'm on the group.
She sent you a text and tried calling you twice, and
She has not sent me a text.
Okay, well, we'll put it out there right now in case you can figure it out. So, in all capital letters, I need to know this song. I've tried calling Cory.
My phone's being used as a camera. It's on
Okay,
Do Not
okay,
Disturb.
okay.
Sorry, Kelly. Otherwise, I would have answered.
Which song? No, not during the cast. You would know. Which song? Do you know any words? I say.
Going off the rails, folks.
She says. I said he's not going to answer during the show.
That was your answer? That was your response?
Oh, never mind. So she writes, he ain't my brother then, because I said, do you know any words? But she might have been talking about, you're not her brother. You're not her brother if you're not answering the phone.
Oh, you thought it was the words in the song?
Yeah, so I'm like searching for these words. But now it might be that, oh, he ain't my brother if he's not going to answer the phone. So she said, it's by 9 Inch Nails. And I said, is it called Hurt? Nope.
Nope.
I said, less than. Nope. So now she's apparently reaching out to you. So
I guess.
I don't know if those were the words or not, but that's what came up. Anyhow, regardless.
People are like, get back to the bidet story,
Yeah,
Nick.
yeah, that was a wonderful story. So the bidet's got the handle and you pull up on it, and yeah, if you don't know what a bidet is, it shoots a diagonal stream of water up at your arsehole, and you don't need toilet paper.
Some might call it the rusty sheriff's badge.
Or the barking spider,
Sure.
or the anus.
No, the angry spider.
the anus. Well, mine barks sometimes.
On good days.
So anyhow, I'm taking a piss, and I'm like, you know what? All these people that are taking a piss, there's probably microscopic pee particles that are just going all over this fucking handle, which is disgusting. And I've got this like spray bleach next to the toilet, so I'm like,
well, you've had Cory in your home. He's probably directly peeing on the
for
control
sure.
knob for the.
I'm not using that fucking thing. Huh? Try this, pee
Take
hands.
that.
yeah. So I spray it down with bleach, and I'm like, oh, let me get some toilet paper to wipe this off.
Yep.
And as I'm attempting to do that, inadvertently pull up on the handle and shoots water all over my dick. All over the jeans. I mean, like,
Wait, had you already zipped up? So it was.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm not just like, oh, God, hanging about like an elephant's trunk. Let me just fucking start bleaching things.
Some
Yeah, elephant's trunk, huh? All right, let's be a little more realistic there, buddy.
That's fine. I'll show you later.
Sometimes you get single-minded and things that
No.
to other people they'd be like, why would you do that right now? But sometimes you'd be like, oh, that has to be done right now.
No, there was no flapping in the breeze. No, there was.
But would you agree with me that sometimes there's things that you feel need to be done right now that other people probably wouldn't feel need to be done right
the
now?
bleaching came second to zipping up my pants.
Gotcha.
So so now if you guys were outside at the time, but I yelled son of a fucking bitch and really loud and looked down, and there was this giant wet spot all over my crotch of toilet water. So I just needed to burn all my clothes at that point.
To be fair, it's not toilet water. It's coming from the pipe.
It's coming out of the toilet where it looks like it's coming.
It's only in the toilet, but the water actually came from the pipe.
But to me, it was like
trying to make you feel better.
I know, but it was like Seinfeld where he said that one of his shoelaces hit the floor in the men's room, so that's the end of those. So he had to buy new ones.
All right,
hang
that's
on.
why I'm trying to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Biggest question here, though.
Yeah.
So you were done peeing.
Yeah.
Why was your dick still out?
No, he said that's
No.
why I asked him specifically.
Put away.
Like, did you
okay,
zip up?
all right,
He's
all
like,
right.
yeah, I
Put
zipped
it
up.
away.
Water.
So
his
here, pants,
in the
not your dick.
crotchal area.
Yeah. Oh no, but it was right there. I mean, it seeped very quickly.
There was a lot of seeping.
There was a lot of shrinkage at that point once that freezing cold water hit the area.
The crotchal area.
Yeah.
Of the jeans.
The crotchal.
So, yeah. I'm not wearing
It's a technical
I'm not wearing
term.
rubber pants, so it's not like. Anyhow,
Oh, that's a first.
That's only on Fridays.
so I immediately went and got the hairdryer and dried it up.
That shit comes out of a holster.
Oh, dude. There were so many obscenities that I was fucking screaming at that point. It's fucking cold, man. That's for one. And two, I'm like, I can't walk downstairs on the podcast and have a wet crotch. These guys are going to.
But so here's my question. You live here in your house, in your domicile, by yourself.
Sure.
Are you not used to things happening when no one else is around? Like, did you scream and have a conversation with yourself or the toilet
Yeah.
out of reflex, or because you knew we were outside?
Oh, God,
you're
no.
like-
Reflex. If there was no one in the home, would have still happened.
Really? Still?
Fuck yeah.
I feel like I've long since gotten to that point where shit happens and I'm like, who am I talking to? So it all happens in silence. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
Well,
dude, I'm with Nick on that one because
Yeah. I'm not going to punch through drywall, but I'm gonna
You
yell.
talk to inanimate objects or appliances.
No, like just the other day when I left my phone in the Uber, like driving home, I was just slapping my hand against the steering wheel. I'm like, you fucking idiot.
fuckity fuck.
I'm like, and
that what you were-
I'm like, you never do this. You never leave your phone behind.
You're talking to yourself.
I was.
Corey's having more of a
That's
conversation with himself.
Really, right. So you've taken it one step further.
I'm really damning the masses.
Yes.
yeah.
Not quite to that extent.
No, yeah.
But so we're legitimately on a scale going from me to Nick to Cory
Yeah.
on the amount of dialogue you're going to have when shit goes wrong. It's fascinating to me. I can't explain why that is. I just know that it. Now that I know, it appears to me that's
but
what it is.
in Nick's situation, I wouldn't have been having a conversation with myself. I probably would have done the same thing Nick did.
Yeah.
As far as just being like, what the fuck, and
General exclamation of frustration. Yeah,
Right.
But not having a conversation with the bidet.
No.
like had the bidet somehow completely malfunctioned and like blew my toilet up, then at that point I would have been so stressed out I probably would have had a conversation with myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with
Oh,
yourself, not the bidet.
No, not the bidet.
But see, your
about the
situation was
bidet.
very unique. You screwed up, so you're mad at yourself for leaving the phone in the Uber.
Right.
I screwed up as well.
Well,
I pulled up on the handle, cleaning it.
so were you having an angry conversation
No.
with yourself?
No, I'm not psycho.
But no, but again, though, given the situation, yeah, that's not that terrible of a situation to be in.
Not psycho.
So in that aspect, yeah, I would definitely not have a conversation with myself about it.
No,
but you did in the car, though.
Yeah, dude, because I was insanely stressed, and I didn't know if I was going to get my phone back or not, what I was going to, the money I was going
Did
to
you
have to
make
spend.
yourself feel better about that?
no, he was talking down to himself, not up to himself.
Oh, I thought there was a dialogue going on.
There was,
No,
but it was, "You're so stupid. What is wrong with you?"
Right, so there should be a response.
No one likes you.
There should be
there
a
was-
response
there-
like, I'm an idiot. Idiot.
Like me to me, Cory to Cory.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was no response. It was just
The Kermit Hood.
me talking.
Your id said, nope, not engaging.
So I'm kind of, I am in the happy medium between Cory and Bob in that regard. There's been a few times, but very, very little, that I'm on the Bob spectrum. I've never, to my understanding, been on the Cory spectrum. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I just have never been like, Nick, you're so dumb. You're so stupid. What is wrong with you?
No, and-
like,
and-
I've never said that.
and
I've just been mad and been like, fuckity fuck.
Now,
And to backtrack a little on
Yeah.
it, this is the literally the first time I told Danielle too after everything got settled that night. I'm like, that was probably the most upset I've ever been in the past 10 years.
At yourself.
Wow.
No,
That is saying something.
period.
Because it was involving technology in your phone. You need to have those things. You're Cory.
Well,
Come
yeah.
on.
But yeah, that was probably the
Your
most.
That is the lowest point you've reached in 10 years.
His Funko has a phone in its hand and an Apple Watch on. I mean, come on.
Dude, in all honesty, that was probably the most stressed out and pissed I've been.
I'll think of some other times.
in about 10 years.
I can think of some other times
yeah,
that were probably
we're going
worse.
to get to that in a few minutes, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're probably worse.
Wow. I just think it's really fascinating. I know we've kind of got off on a wild tangent here, but I think it's really interesting.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
You are a seasoned parent. You understand logic and reason and kids and things that are and animals, things that are out of your control.
They're out of my.
You've grown up.
Well, hold on. They were in my control to start with.
Yeah.
But at some point they become beyond my control.
There
and
was-
then the cake is baked.
I
and
would
there's not
say
much I
when
can
you
do.
were a little bit younger, you were probably like a fuck this is what the fuck kind of person. But now you're like, I can't do anything about it. Why am I going to yell and scream?
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how much time are you going to spend in your life just blaming yourself for being angry for? I will say that, that is something that I've definitely learned over the course of the last, let's say, 10 years.
This is just more time that I'm spending not fixing this. Let me just get it done and over with.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that a certain Lori said I absolutely talk to no one all the time, daily, multiple times, always.
Godspeed, Bob Rankin.
Yeah. So there you go, buddy.
Well,
there you go.
I could say that I've never heard her do that.
No,
Well, that's
she's
why it's
talking
her,
to herself.
that's why it's her talking to herself. Yeah. If you heard it, then
What do you mean you're going out with your friends again?
No, but that's another
Fucking
level
podcast.
that, no, you're right. We've not reached.
That plateau.
Maybe it's coming.
But
I mean,
okay, so in Lori's defense, all I have
She
to
doesn't need to be defended, but
Oh.
okay, cool. No.
if anyone's defending her, it should be me. I'm her boyfriend.
I'm just saying.
No. In Lori's defense, in that aspect, as long as she's like not in the mirror, like pulling strands of her hair out, like you deserve this, you're horrible. Like that's when you go past what I like to call the crazy line.
Have you guys ever seen Boogie Nights?
No.
Corey?
Oh wait, no, Boogie Nights. Yeah, I think I have seen it.
Really?
Yeah, with Mark Wahlberg, right?
Yeah. So Scotty, the guy who's played by Philip Seymour Hoffman, who's kind of in love with Dirk Diggler, when they meet, do you remember this part, Corey? When they meet
I don't remember.
at the New Year's Eve party out, and he wants to show Dirk Diggler his new car, and he goes to kiss him, and he's like, "What the fuck, man?" And then he goes back inside, and Scotty like sits in his car, and he's just like, fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Idiot. He's just like just crying and smacking the steering wheel.
I think there's a lot of movies where people are like that. I just didn't know.
Well, it makes
there
for good
really
drama.
people are like that.
I'm not sure how real it is, but
and I think that's one of Philip Seymour Hoffman's one of his biggest scenes that has been repeated online, like GIFs and memes and stuff like that too. So
yeah.
It was
fantastic actor.
It was almost like Buffalo Bill-esque a little bit.
Definitely memorable for sure.
Yeah.
Of all and that was a very meme-worthy movie overall. Hey, I didn't mean to.
No, but I mean, like I'm saying though, as long as she's not like stupid, you're so stupid, like hitting herself in the face.
Hang on. Can we do something here real quick?
Yeah.
Dude. Is your phone connected to the mixer?
My phone?
Yeah. Connect
No,
it.
I turned the Bluetooth off. Do you want me to connect it?
Connect it. Let's
okay.
Let's give Lori a call. She has not been on.
Is she? No, she has not.
Let's give her a call and
Is she prepared for this right now?
No,
just
no, she's not.
No idea if she's. She's definitely not prepared.
That's why I want to catch her a little off guard.
What if she's indisposed of?
Come on, Bob.
What if she's?
It's nothing. This is nothing.
How long ago was that?
This is nothing bad.
How long was
What
it?
if she's in the John right now?
It was 6 minutes ago.
She wouldn't answer if she was in the John.
That's what I'm saying.
It was 6 minutes ago. She's up.
Okay,
So you want me to call her right now?
Yeah.
It's official. If she doesn't answer, she's pooping.
Lori, you heard it here. No answer.
Bob told us if you're in the John.
Are you serious? You want me to?
I'm dead serious.
All right, here we go.
Beep boop 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 beep boop boop.
Your call has been forwarded.
Hey, baby.
Whoa, hey, baby.
Hey there.
Just so you know, you're on the podcast.
Hey, so I was asked to call you. Cory is beside himself now. we have been waxing rhapsodic this for the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes about
And her legs.
about beating yourself up over. Well, the last post that you had in the room, you absolutely talked to no one all the time, daily, multiple times, always.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate?
Well, the funny thing is it's never negative. So sometimes people don't have like negative talk to themselves; they just have talk to themselves.
Okay, so it's positive, it's reinforcing.
It's very positive, yeah.
So, Lori, are you the type of person that like, you write in lipstick on your bathroom mirror like you're an amazing person, like?
No.
Be good to yourself. You put like little Post-it notes in the bathroom and in your room.
No, there are no Post-it notes in the bathroom.
Okay.
There's no lipstick everywhere. Yeah, no.
Well, hold on for a second.
I do view talking to yourself as a normal thing. Like when something goes wrong or something goes right or whatever. When you live by yourself, talking to yourself can be normal.
Okay. One question. So I've liked and responded to a few Facebook posts that are, let's say, of the inspirational nature. That
My daily affirmations.
I wouldn't say daily affirmations, but let's say if I were to read those Facebook posts and then take a tube of lipstick and then write them verbatim on a mirror,
I think this is going to be a thing now.
might be considered to be, of the same ilk.
Yeah, no, nothing's written in lipstick on the mirror.
Okay, good.
Not yet.
All right, good. Cory, any other questions for Lori?
Probably nothing that would be appreciated for being on air.
Okay, you're kind of backing down now. You did ask me to call her.
I did. But
Can we play Careless Whispers or no?
No.
God, no.
No, in my head it's playing right now, but that's the best we can do.
No, I will say, Lori, thank you for backing me up on that. They were both looking at me as if I was insanely crazy. But
Oh, you mean about the right in the mirror thing?
No, about talking to myself in the car.
Yeah, no, talking to yourself in the car, that's a normal thing to do. Like, if you're upset about something, talk about it, let it out.
Oh, Lori,
don't call it all in.
Let me tell you, I was quite upset.
I could see you doing that.
Yeah, but there's two sides of the coin, I feel. Lori's a positive side of the coin, or heads, and Cory is the tails.
Cory's sitting behind the steering wheel going, fucking idiot.
You're so fucking stupid.
idiot.
How could you leave your phone in your car, you dummy, you big fucking dummy?
I mean, I guess I can't appreciate the the positive spin that you give yourself. I didn't expect that.
Well,
But
the positive spin of it would be, this will be okay. This will work out. It always works out. Of course this will work out. This doesn't seem like it's going to work out, but you know this is going to work out in the
Well, Lori,
in the car.
he's got a pad of Post-its. And if you just slow down because he's trying to write these things down.
Lori, would you say, though, that that's because you're a parent? How much of that is because you're a parent?
It could be the parent. It could be the teacher.
And a teacher. There you go.
Yeah.
Teachable moment.
Well,
Yeah.
all day long, during work, after work, you've kind of got to be positive. You've got to be encouraging. You've got to be looking on the bright side.
Yeah.
Versus Cory, who's literally surrounded by people who he wants to kill every day and owes no one anything.
It also helps you get through the really bad bullshit stuff.
All I have to say, Lori, is one thing: still waters run deep. Okay. There's a breaking point somewhere. You're not happy-go-lucky all the time,
like
Lori.
Postal service worker
You
tirade?
may be fooling Bob and Cory, but you ain't fooling me.
My postal service did work really late tonight. I'm just checking mail right now.
Of course you are, because you're a wonderful
Oddly
person.
enough. There's packages on my porch.
anything
There's
good?
a package on your porch.
I
Bob?
believe it is a Christmas present for my
Easy.
sister-in-law from my parents.
Easy.
Oh.
So probably not. Anything good.
I was like, well, there's
It's
a
a-
package.
We'll have to remedy that.
Okay.
Give you something good on your porch.
Earmuffs.
There'll be something good on your porch very soon.
Okay. All right.
Enough.
All right.
Enough, you crazy kids.
Gonna make it all better, baby.
Okay, well, Lori, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Comes in.
Well, thank you, Lori. Thank you for answering. Sorry to spring this on you, but
Anytime.
She knew the risks when she started.
well,
It's
I would hope
fun.
so. I barely know the risks hanging out with you.
All right. We'll talk to you later, okay?
All right.
Love you, Lori.
Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye. We'll see you.
Lori, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, thank you, sir.
Pick of the week.
Oh, sure.
Let's do that. We were at 50 minutes.
All right. Right on the cusp. Not the
Absolutely.
cuff. The cusp.
All right. Who is most excited to go first?
I am.
That is Cory. Let's go. Let's hear it.
Well, my pick of the week.
Did you put the graphic up?
I did.
Sweet. Keep going.
Danielle had a Pampered Chef party that she hosted online on Facebook. And apparently that entitles you to a whole bunch of shit that you can get from Pampered Chef at a discounted price. One of those things being a goddamn air fryer.
Right. So no more rinky-dink oven fish sticks.
No more oven fish sticks.
Now we're moved into
Dude,
the future. This
No
is
soggy
Like,
side fish
this
sticks.
is like 22nd century fish sticks.
I was already really happy with doing them in the oven because it was obviously way better than
Well, you
the
just
microwave.
And
you
you
just
just discovered.
learned. Yeah, you
Yeah,
just learned.
I did just learn this, and then all of a sudden my mind was blown with another step of a goddamn air fryer.
What is this thing they call the oven? This used to be where we kept our mail on top of.
I used to just have to get two sticks and rub them together and make a flame, but now there's a box that heats food.
Oh my God.
A heating box, as I call it.
Takes longer,
Well.
but it's crispier.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the oven was decent, but now with the air fryer,
I've 2 months later, I've now moved past the oven.
Wow.
it's a whole nother level.
Would you say that it's a hybrid between an oven and a microwave?
No, it's
Because it's quicker but still crispy?
It surpasses a microwave by far,
Wow.
and is way better than an oven. So
Strong words.
Keep going.
So the first night we got it out and hooked it up, and you have to go through this whole pre-procedure of.
Are we talking about sex or are we talking about the air fryer?
Oh, you want me to go back to the air fryer? Okay, we'll go.
Is
back
there
to
a
the air fryer.
training DVD?
They should have sent a training DVD. But no, there's like
You and your air
a
fryer.
whole procedure you have to do in order to get it all set up.
So you just bought an air fryer.
But once we got through that,
It's like Kiefer Sutherland?
which by the way, because I sent you guys a text that night a video actually that I was using the air fryer. Nick said,
Yeah, you should have had clothes on.
I thought you were joking.
Yeah, you should have had clothes on in that video.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like, is this another goddamn fish stick video he's sending us?
Is that a chef's hat? Okay.
So Nick said, well, obviously Danielle already used it. I said, nope, I get the first use.
No, there's no way.
Swear to God.
Whose air fryer was this? Yours or?
Well, no, I mean, I didn't have anything to do with it.
It's
Danielle was the one that got it through
So
the Pampered
why
Chef
are
Party.
you? Why did you get the?
The inaugural fry?
That's what we talked about.
But hold on.
You asked like
she told us that you guys got it weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she said very, very explicitly to my face, she was like, listen, yeah, he can use it, but I will be using it first.
Yeah, no, she did say that. And so, okay. Hey,
so she's a liar is what you're saying.
There was some tomfuckery going on at the house there.
So all I got to do is give the old lady what she needs, put her right to bed, and go use the air fryer.
Come home, give the wife a little pickle tickle, and then I'm going to use the air fryer all night long.
You're welcome, honey.
A pickle
You're welcome.
tickle. Should be the other way around, but either way.
Ma.
Tickle pickle?
Ma. Fish sticks!
So, let me just say this too. She will get something in the mail that she's ordered.
Yeah.
And the second I get it, I'm like, whoa, we got to open this. I've been waiting for this. So I need to open it up and use it and do whatever with it.
Why have you been waiting for it? She ordered it.
No, I'm not saying the air fryer. I'm just saying any item in general.
The difference between the two of them.
Okay, so you love mail.
Oh, as does she. Trust me. But she's able to get stuff and then just let it sit.
So she loves ordering the mail.
Yeah.
She doesn't like receiving the mail. Unboxing
Once it's there, she's like, oh, well, it's here. I know what it is.
I'm going to set
but don't you want to open it?
No, I'm going to set this over here very pristine so you can see it for a week and a half.
That's exactly what you did.
That would drive me insane. I have to open it immediately. I don't care if I'm late.
I do too.
If I'm late for work, I'm like, well, something came from Amazon. I got to see what's...
I'm the exact same way.
Because you couldn't take it anymore.
No. We were both there. We unboxed it, got it all put together, did, like I said, the starting procedure and getting all that set up. And then I'm kind of like, well, do you want to make something? She's like, no, I'm good. I'm like,
let's just leave
we just did all this and we're not going to... She's like, oh, you can use it. I'm like, okay. And I ran over to the freezer and got the fish sticks, threw them on there. And
I feel like he had the fish sticks in his hand probably while he was saying, are you sure you don't want to make something?
My grandpa used to yell at us on Christmas morning because we would open the toys like immediately. And he's like, you've got all day to play with those. Just open the next one so we can be done. And I'm like, sorry.
Dude, no, I get it. I'm exactly that.
And I've wanted to kill my grandfather ever since.
No.
I've left the house and seen a package for myself on the porch, and I've taken it in the car, and like while I'm driving, I'm opening it.
Oh, that's safe.
So, well, yeah.
I've done it too.
Beep, 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 beep. So, and that night I made the fish sticks, French toast sticks, and pretzel sticks.
Anything with sticks in it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, absolutely fucking phenomenal. And
I just threw up in my mouth.
Are you ever going to make any good food with this air fryer?
As a matter of fact,
no, you can't make good food with an air fryer.
Can you make actual fish?
Yeah, you can do actual fish.
Would
you do actual fish? Like if you would you go to the store and buy like a pound of salmon? That's me still being connected to the mixer, which I'll turn off right now.
I got it.
Thanks. Would you go buy like a pound of salmon and use the air fryer to make salmon?
No, I'm going to answer the question for him. No.
Yeah, dude, it has. You can do rotisserie on it. You can do.
No. Hold on. That wasn't the question. Would you?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Send me the picture.
Okay.
I will.
No, I think it's great.
He's like, God damn it! Now I got to fucking buy a pound of salmon.
I don't care whether or not you line your arteries with all of the fat that's in all of those stick-related things you just.
I do. I want you to be around for a while.
I'm interested in Cory like growing and broadening his horizons. That's what I'm interested in.
So basically, like if anyone were to be in a situation where you don't have, like, you're in an apartment and you can't have a full on oven.
What's an apartment?
An apartment? It's where apartment. And dude, an air fryer can easily, as long as you're not cooking for a group of people.
Yeah.
And you're only cooking for two or especially one. Dude, it does everything that a full-on oven could do. So
Faster?
I'm
Better?
no, it's not. Some of the things that you got to give it time.
Okay, so what is the advantage of using the air fryer over the oven?
As far as like stuff that's frozen and is supposed to have like a coating on it of breading or whatever, it definitely does crisp things up way better than an oven by any means.
Better meaning just overall better or just faster?
Overall better.
Okay.
Way overall better.
So
Okay.
my minimal understanding of an air fryer is it's basically a high temperature convection oven / pressure cooker. You're going to, it's really targeted at foods that you would deep fry for that crispy flavor, but you're cutting the fat by 75% because you're putting oil in the bottom of the air fryer, but you're only putting like a 25% version of the oil that you would normally dip fish sticks in.
So you're eating healthier.
Healthier,
not
yeah.
healthy.
So yeah,
Healthier.
But
no,
you
also
go from
that-
3,000
okay.
calories to
Also,
drop it down by 75.
700 calories.
In the air fryer, you don't put any oil in.
Well, look up some recipes because you're supposed to put a little bit in.
I'm sure there's some stuff that
You are. No,
requires
you
it,
are.
but-
They. It's like they've said the ones I've looked at, and again, I don't have one.
I have not put oil on anything or
Well, but
or
yeah,
in the air
you don't
fryer.
have to. I mean, but
You're better off not doing it, I assume.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it depends what you're going for. If you're going for a deep fried food taste, to my understanding, there's a tray or something that you're supposed to put like 2 tablespoons of olive oil in,
Right.
and then it convectionally like cooks the food.
I mean, there's a drip tray that I guess I could see where
Did you just say convectionally?
That's right.
All right.
You goddamn right it did.
Just checking.
on the drip tray. I guess I could see where you'd put oil on it. It might give it a little different.
Again,
taste,
I don't know.
but-
I don't know. Just what I've read. But that was the takeaway from the air fryer that people were very excited about because you still got the oil that was able to crisp the food like beyond belief, such as a deep fryer would.
Yeah, no, the oil has no part in actually crisping the food.
So then it's a high temperature convection oven.
Yeah, even Gina just said that she's like, I never use oil. There's nothing to use to put oil in.
Maybe you coat this stuff in the oil. I don't know, but what I saw was it cuts the oil down by 75%.
So either way,
But like wings and stuff, like you know how like if you were to cook wings in the oven, they're gonna be like rubbery and disgusting. But if you deep fry wings, they're amazing. It doesn't have to have breading on them.
it's that in between.
So the air fryer, to my understanding, is more closely related to deep fried food, but without the calories.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
That's why they said any food you would normally fry is going to be good in an air fryer, like French fries, fish sticks, mozzarella sticks, chicken tenders, stuff like that.
But it also has a broil setting and a rotisserie setting.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm interested in.
And
So you could
they-
actually
and they
cook real food, not like pre-packaged, pre-processed fried food, but
Yeah,
literally fresh food. Chicken, fish.
One of the girls I work with actually said she's like the best steak I've made at home. She's like, I know you guys are sous vides and all that. I get
Yeah.
that. But as far as like just to because we don't have that, so
Right.
I'm gonna try it tomorrow, putting a steak in there on broil.
Yeah.
And it gives you it gives you a notification when you're supposed to switch the trays out, and so basically you keep on dripping the one steak on top of the other, and keeping that moisture there. So yeah, you can definitely cook. And then obviously, like I said, there's a rotisserie on it too, and they give you all the attachments to do a rotisserie. They actually give you what's really cool is a basket. It looks like a lottery number picker,
Like drum.
Bingo.
yeah, and
Okay.
you can put like chicken tenders in there or fries.
Does it rotate?
And it rotates, so it keeps the heat consistently and evenly moving through everything.
How big is this thing? How many pieces of chicken could you fit in it?
I mean, it's on the countertop. It's about
Probably like Ronco size, huh?
yeah.
So if you bought like a couple pounds of chicken, could you fit? Like
Probably wings. You probably 15 or so.
I'd say 25, and then like if you were to cook like a chicken breast in there,
yeah.
With the two trays, you could do I'd say three breasts a tray, so six chicken breasts.
So,
Okay.
so right here it says while no oil is needed for an air fryer, instead of completely submerging the food in oil, air frying requires only a tablespoon of oil of your choice to achieve similar taste and texture of deep fried foods.
So you might want to try the tablespoon. That would certainly be way better than
it goes on to say
frying it.
Oil cannot be put literally inside the fryer. However, adding cooking oil to some of the foods at a smaller amount before you air fry will add an extra crunchy layer to your food.
I mean, I'm more than fine without it. It's.
But are you interested in looking at different recipes or different methods, like he's talking about for like, oh, let me try this, so I can know for myself.
If I'm going to do
help or hurt it,
like real foods, like I said, steak or chicken, then I'll look at recipes. But as far as like frozen fish sticks, I'm not gonna put a little bit of oil on them and all that before. To me they're already way better than in the oven.
My thing was always that. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to keep cutting you off. But my thing was no, I'm not. But
here I go.
Yeah, here I go. My thing was always that if I made a lot of those foods that could really take advantage of the air fryer, like those chicken nibblers and fish sticks and tenders and stuff like that should be deep fried, but clearly not going to heat up a vat of oil,
right?
And it would be healthier. Then that would be the perfect combination. But if it's going to be something I'm going to broil and I'm not taking advantage of that, then I can just use a broil in the oven. Ovens have a broiling.
I got
okay.
that.
All right, Nick, you got a pick?
Pick of the week, I do. Was that the longest pick of the week conversation?
It was very long. I'm not even sure how much time we've got left.
So
that was 15 minutes on an air fryer.
So I'm going to say here,
I do not apologize.
My pick of the week is the company Legendary Whitetails. So I had purchased a couple items from this company. I purchased a flannel shirt, and a flannel coat. So they're kind of comparable to like LL Bean.
Okay.
I know you guys have seen the blue flannel coat that I have with the built-in hoodie. Mm-hmm. So yeah, literally it's a heavy duty flannel, like zip up coat with a cotton hoodie built into it.
Okay.
So you can imagine how warm that is.
I can imagine.
Every time, I know a couple people that have come over here have worn it. But every time that I go to take like an actual coat, like a North Face or something like that out of the closet to go wear outside, I always go to pick this coat first, just because it is so comfortable. It's all double stitched on the inside, and it's just super, super warm. It feels like you're wearing flannel in a hoodie. I mean, it's really nice. But almost has like a pajama feel to it. Like, it's just super comfortable.
Okay.
I think they're about $80, but money well spent. So if you're looking into anything, also the shirts are all nicely done. The inside of the collars have like corduroy sewn into them, and the cuffs of the shirt. I mean, really well done. They're a little bit.
Give us the name again.
Legendary Whitetails.
Okay.
Doesn't have any kind of big buck or anything on the front of it or anything like that.
Yeah, it sounds like it might, but
no, yeah, but it doesn't, and it's an awesome company that I never heard of before, like a year ago.
Yeah, I've never heard of them at all. All right, good pick. Let's close it out. My pick is Pluto TV. If you have a Fire Stick, Apple TV, Roku, there's an app you can get called Pluto TV, which is free. It's a lot like Crackle or Tubi, where you get ads, but we were talking earlier about Netflix demoing in France a channel-based television option where they would have pre-programmed content on one or more channels that you could just go to the channel, you're not sure what's there, maybe it gives you a guide, you could check and see what's coming up next, but the idea is like it gives you more of like a cable TV feel. Cory and I were going back and forth this week about Pluto TV. We happen to be both fans of Steve Austin's Broken Skull
Challenge.
Yep. And happened to catch it there. We were texting at the time, and I'm like, dude, Cory, check out I'm watching Broken Skull. He's like, you don't know I don't have fucking cable. I'm
Which sorry,
don't have to.
Again,
No, it's fine.
Because I completely forgot that you don't either.
I do have. I do. I have Hulu with live TV, but they don't.
Live TV.
They don't carry the CMT.
Yeah.
channel.
So, but I didn't realize you have it through a streaming service, not like a WoW or Xfinity or whatever.
No, I do have WoW, but Pluto TV doesn't come through WoW. It just comes through. Well, I mean the
comes through your internet provider.
The internet provider is WoW. So yeah, but my cable TV is Hulu with live TV. Some people have like YouTube TV. Some people have Direct TV or whatever. But Pluto TV, I was just like searching around and I had downloaded the app, but I'd never used it. And so I was just kind of bored. Well, I looked at it before. The big thing is they have like a 007 channel.
Okay.
Where it's like 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. James Bond movies. Roger Moore, Sean Connery, Timothy Dalton. I think the only thing they don't carry really are the Daniel Craig Bonds.
The newer
ones with Daniel Craig.
That makes sense.
But the rest, they're just like one after the other. And like I remember sitting there watching them with my dad, watching like I never thought Roger Moore was a great Bond, but
hold on now.
It wasn't my favorite Bond.
No, stop it.
But I loved Roger Moore in For Your Eyes Only because it was him and Topol and I can't remember the name of the Bond girl that was there, but they did this whole scene where they were underwater. The bad guy finds him there and he's like, "Oh, come up, Mr. Bond, we're going to tie you up, and we'll be over here on this boat safe, and good luck being eaten by the sharks." And then they take off, and then it pulls them out of the water, and it's a whole thing. My dad loved that movie. So therefore I love that movie.
Roger Moore is the best Bond, by the way, just so you know.
And I got to disagree, but that's
too bad.
But Pluto TV they have a channel. They have a Baywatch channel, 24/7 Baywatch. They have a Degrassi channel, a Star Trek channel, Spike TV, American Gladiator channel, 24/7 Wipeout. They have an Unsolved Mysteries channel.
I did see that one.
Already sold.
They have a Tosh.0 channel. They have a Fail Army channel where literally if you want to watch people fucking smashing their nuts on a stair railing, you can watch that 24/7. And and for your sisters, Cory, there's a Dogs 24/7 channel. Any content they have, dogs in it. 100%.
I feel like Keegan might already.
So this is a free service.
It's a free app. If you've got, what do you have? Roku? Fire Stick. You can get
TV.
Download the Pluto TV app on Fire Stick, and
once you start switching through the channels, it's literally like a cable TV guide setup.
No, yeah. I'll watch Baywatch all the time.
Yeah,
it's for the Hoff.
I just got bored with. I know that's probably what happened. I got bored with going through Hulu's live TV thing. I'm like, I've seen all this shit again. I've seen this shit already. Masters hasn't started yet. There's nothing to watch. There's no football games on. Hockey's done. And I was just looking for something else. And I got hooked on, like, for probably the 24 hours where we talked, I got hooked on watching Pluto TV. So that's my recommendation.
Dude, and a strong recommendation that is, because it is phenomenal.
What's the commercial situation like?
The kind of at the rate you probably normally get them.
It's like watching regular cable TV. Like if you were to have Xfinity,
you'd get 10 minutes of commercials in a 30-minute show.
Yeah, spread throughout. Yeah,
about the same.
Okay, no
more, no worse, no better.
Yeah, especially for a free streaming app like that. Yeah. That's showing, and I think the only downside to me was I wanted to pause a lot of things.
That's the only downside. It's not a DVR, so you can't rewind, you can't fast forward, you can't pause.
It's like cable TV.
It's just like watching old school TV. Where
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and so you might go to the channel and you're like coming in the middle of a movie, but you can't go back to the beginning. You're just watching it.
It's which sadly I think it's basically a gold mine right now. But I guarantee at some point when you go back on that app, it's going to say, well, you have to pay for it now.
No, I don't think so. I've had that Pluto TV app for a long, long time. And I go to it every once in a while, and I just look at the 007, and I'm like, I don't like that movie. So I go off to Hulu or Netflix or something else. I literally have not paid this much attention to it ever. But now I'm kind of hooked on it. So I think they got a good thing going. The thing is that they don't have, like, the major networks like CBS, NBC, ABC. They don't have that. They do have like CNN. They've got a bunch of the news channels. They got Fox News. They've got Trump's new favorite, like OANN network. They've got a bunch of like Christmas, like holiday networks, the channels you can watch. The bunch of crime networks, like Unsolved Mysteries is just one of like 10 different crime channels.
And it's cool because you can break it down on the sidebar.
Yeah.
As far as like, do you want to watch crime TV? Do you want to watch this? Do you want to watch? And it has all the genres, and you pull that up, and it gives you all the channels that they have available for that genre.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, if I was going to go to like watch some like free like B movie stuff, like I've gone to Crackle, I've used that a lot. I've used Tubi a lot. I think we've talked about that on the podcast before. But now, like, I don't even want to look at those anymore. Now I'm like, what is on Pluto TV today? So that's my pick.
Solid, sir.
We ready to set it out? Oh, from the music, it sounds like we are.
I guess we're done.
Thank you very much for joining in. Please join us next Saturday for episode 100. This is Bob saying goodbye. Nick?
Everyone, have a good night.
Good night, everyone. See you for the big episode 100.